listen, I don't want to mention the particular place, Roxanne, but I am very glad that you did not get your sandwiches this morning because their food is disgusting. The food is the worst. Listen, I don't want to mention this particular place, but first of all, welcome, folks. It's the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. Hello, everybody. It's a Friday, and I got a flight after the show today. Is the weather look good? Because, man, I'll tell you what, yesterday was just it's kind of a mess. You know, the overnight stuff yesterday, a couple of tornadoes that popped up that we were talking about yesterday morning. Did they say those were like EF2s?
Yeah,
that's pretty rare. I mean, for around here, you know, we get water spouts, but, you know, for tornadoes, you know, usually if we get a tornado around here, it's like an EF0 or, you know, Pinellas Park. What was that one a couple of years ago that hit in Pinellas Park? And like, remember there was like some kind of a boat place I can't remember what that was, but a couple of EF2s. You know, we talked about the lady in, was it North Clearwater Beach, and the side of her house caved in and the wall fell in on her while she was in bed. You know, she's okay, luckily. Anyway, so welcome to the MJ Morning Show. And luckily, the weather's cleared up. But, you know, the humid, just that funk, you know, it's sticking to you. That's back, though. And I was kind of hoping that when the system moved away that, you know, we'd get, like, the cooler weather back. But I think that's coming. I think we're about to have, we're supposed to have some nice cooler temperatures coming up. Yeah. Anyway, welcome, folks. MJ here, Roxanne, Fester, Froggy. And back to the food thing. So everyone here with ample time to spare. Everybody in the studio as the MJ Morning Show theme song was still wrapping up, 30 seconds left, and everyone was sitting in their place. It was refreshing. Thank you so much.
We even had time for a little chit-chat, pre-show chit-chat.
I want to welcome you guys. I want to thank you for everyone being in place.
Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you.
Roxanne, thank you. Fester, thank you.
No, you and Roxanne do this little mocking thing.
And Froggy, thank you. Believe it or not, the most irresponsible one on the show, Froggy, is the one that's usually in the studio first every morning.
See, we all have our strengths.
Okay. Anyway, so Roxanne, just prior to the microphones coming on with the MJ opening song still going on, Roxanne was like, guys, and I ordered breakfast, and I couldn't even wait for the breakfast because it was taking too long. And then I'm like, why are you getting breakfast? Why are you getting food there? Oh, my God, it's not good at all. So did you pay for it and then leave? Wait, you paid for it and then left? Did you ask?
I wanted to be on time. I wanted that praise that you just doled upon me.
Did you ask for a refund?
No, I didn't even have time.
Wait a sec.
Oh, my gosh. That's horrible.
Oh, my God. All right,
got to go back?
All right, wait a minute. Explain what happened.
Without giving away the name of this place.
Yes.
Listen,
because there are elements of this place that are really, really good. It's just that their food is terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I went there and
if you open up some of the stuff, it looks like a 3-year-old made it.
Okay, so some of the things this place does is great. What
yes.
they're known for is great.
Right, but the food...
And then they have a couple other things
it's
like what?
It's junk thrown in a microwave. Yeah. It's all pre-made junk in a microwave. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, so the funny thing is I recently read a story about the fastest drive-through times, and this one came in second behind Taco Bell.
Really?
So I said to myself, okay, I can get in and get out. And I got there.
Get in, get out, get on with your life.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
No one's in the drive-thru. Nobody's there. So I pull up, and she says, "Can you hold on a minute?" I said, "Sure." That turned into 2 minutes. So I finally put my order in. I came up. She handed me one part of my order.
Right.
And I sat there, and she closed the window and didn't act like she was coming back anytime soon. And I looked to the side.
Step aside.
Yeah.
Step aside.
So I was sitting there and I'm just like, okay, she's not, I don't see her going to the back to the kitchen. I don't see any other employees.
The kitchen, you mean the microwave?
Yeah, the microwave. I didn't see any forward motion in putting my order together. I didn't see a bag out for her to put the sandwiches in. So I just said, I'm out of here. Because I could have taken another 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. They use a
microwave.
That's what they use.
Yeah.
They
Microwave.
That's, by the way,
microwave.
that's how I say microwave now, all the time.
I know.
Roxanne, how much was the total order? What did you pay?
I don't know, but I was shorted 2 breakfast sandwiches. The little tiny ones, little tiny melts. Yeah.
But how much are we talking about?
I mean, I'm not happy. I'm not proud of
Is it
myself for that, but I am proud of myself for being on time.
Like
So?
$6? You let
Probably
them-
$5.
$5,
Yeah.
$6?
Oh.
Wow. All right. Hey, we got to call Chloe. I just saw this a few minutes ago. Chloe sent a text to the family text, like, Daddy, can you please wake me up at 7:30? It's like, wait a second, we're in the middle of our show, 7:30.
That's what dads are for.
Wait a minute. Minutes earlier, we begin the hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Here, listen to this. This is the group text with me, Daddy, Michelle, Mommy, and Julian, and Chloe. And what the heck? She sent me, oh my God. Chloe sent me, you know what? I'll call her live on the air because this is unacceptable.
What?
Oh, no.
Chloe sent me a text at 4:44 this morning, going to bed now. Dad, this is all caps. Dad, please call at 7:30 or shortly before or shortly after. Dad, please call at 7:30 or shortly after, not before. Is what I need help waking up. Well, sure you do. If you text me at 4:44 and you need to be called at 7:30, yeah, no Sherlock. Yes, you need to be.
Well, she was up studying. What?
Well, that's a whole different issue here because I think that she's distracted right now and she shouldn't have been cramming. I believe she has a test today. I believe she has some kind of an exam or test today, and it sounds like she did crap at the last minute. I'm just afraid she's slacking a bit in her final semester. I mean,
that happens.
She's done in December, and she graduates with, I'm going to freak out. If she doesn't have a really solid final semester to add to that GPA, to assist in the fact that she probably wants to go to law school. She's been dabbling with the LSAT. She took an LSAT. Recently, she's been dabbling. She'll probably end up taking like a year off, and that's highly recommended these days. A lot of the law schools kind of encourage that the students take a year off
and travel.
At least, no, I didn't say travel. Just kind of take a year off, maybe get a job or something. Just that they're understanding and they're recognizing that students do a little better when you go to law school in not making the immediate jump, but just taking a little time off, a little breather time, getting a little more age under your belt, and students tend to do a little bit. Anyway, I'm not happy about this. So you know what? Maybe I will call Chloe and wake her up.
I set the alarm. It'll go off at 7:31.
Oh, your
Just
alarm?
after 7:30.
All right, so you'll be able to remind me?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I dug up? I dug up the old Chloe alarm clock song that Froggy made years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, remember this?
Daddy, got you a brand new alarm clock. Time to sit up, Chloe, get up, 'cause it's time to wake right up. Don't just lay there, wake up. Turn off the show.
So it sounds a little muddy because we had
taken off like a cassette tape?
we had to pull this off of off of an air check, which is the recording of like the show on the radio. I couldn't find the master. Do you have that anywhere? Do you have files of all your old little songs?
Not ones that are 20 years old. No, I don't think files were around back then.
And that little song there, the Chloe alarm clock song, that's when Chloe got her first clock radio, and she was so thrilled and would set it to wake up with the MJ Morning Show when we were on the other station back, years ago.
So
and
cute.
then Chloe did this little Chloe time to wait, and then it shifts to like a death metal. So just getting rolling, folks. It's a busy Friday. MJ Morning Show, Q105, Pat and Traffic.
Couple little accidents around.
Conveniently located at 104.7 FM. Thanks for spreading the word. We ask that you tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show that, listen, even if you got to lie, tell them that you really liked our content today and you really ought to listen to the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, we just ask you to tell, listen, all kidding aside, this is the best morning show as far as pound for pound consistency and daily entertainment. You know, who else gives you an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop programming? So at about 7:24 or so every morning, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. No commercials, no music for over. I always deliver over. I usually go an hour and 24, 25 minutes nonstop. So it's like bonus minutes. But no one does this. No commercials, no music. It's just nonstop content. And it happens 7:23 to 7:26, somewhere in that window, every single morning. So the big announcement came down at Ray J, the Tampa Sports Authority. You had the mayor there. The big announcement yesterday at Ray J, it was a little after 1 o'clock. Am I boring you, Fester? You're just sitting there, your mouth is open like you're some kind of blow-up doll.
It was just a morning yawn.
All right, just checking.
Nothing particularly boring.
Just want to make sure. So I almost blurted it out. Let's see. The announcement was yesterday, Thursday. I almost did the blurt on Wednesday because I've known for a little bit of time, you know, what the big. I knew that Billy Joel and Sting were coming. I knew that it was going to be announced. And, you know, they did this big hype job to announce Billy Joel and Sting was it February 24th? One night only. The Blues Brothers. Oh, the Blues Brothers ought to join the ticket as well.
Well, I mean,
one night only.
That'd be tough.
We'll never fill this place. It's a barn, you know. Orange whip.
Okay.
3 orange whips. 3, all right. Anyway, so Billy Joel and Sting. And on Wednesday, I was about to blur. I was like, come on, let's not wait for this hype job. And Andrew, our producer, got like violently mad in the producer's booth. And I was about to blurt this out on the air. And I saw Andrew just in the booth behind you guys. And I'm facing him. Your back is to him. And Andrew's going, no.
He's like the air traffic controller. Your plane that's about to crash.
It was crazy. And then he said in my ear, and you couldn't hear this on the air, you're going to ruin the giveaway. Because maybe they would take the tickets away. So we have tickets starting next week. So all next week on the MJ Morning Show in the 9 o'clock hour. So I always tell you, you got to listen to our 9 o'clock hour. And we do a lot of great stuff in the 9 o'clock hour. So beginning next week, we're going to give away Billy Joel and Sting tickets for the big show. And Tampa Bay at Ray J, this is the only time on this little tour that Billy Joel and Sting are going to perform together. The same concert, same night. So that's an exclusive to the Tampa Bay area. And I knew all this, but Andrew stopped me from blurting this out on Wednesday because I would have probably damaged the relationship or folks would have been really, really pissed.
So that's the novelty, that Billy and Sting are together.
Yeah, that they are together. And listen, they're 2 great acts and obviously historic, musical figures. So I didn't do the blurt. We'll give away the tickets next week. And this is an exciting show, let's be honest. All right? But now yesterday, I didn't blurt it yesterday. However, I did play a Billy Joel song yesterday morning. I did tell the Billy Joel story about my mother. And that's a true story. I didn't make that up for the purpose of being a smartass by doing a little tip, but not tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that kind of came about organically.
Well, so you think.
Or,
or maybe you're not that perceptive.
I mean, the show would have been
It
fine
seemed like it did.
without the story.
Good action.
So if you recall,
and for those that didn't hear it, I can't remember how I kind of slid it in.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly how. You were talking about inappropriateness of neighbors' Halloween decorations and how it triggered an issue a family was dealing with, and then you talked about how your family member was triggered by the Billy Joel song.
Right, and then I told the story about my mother. It was like 1977, and my mom hated the Billy Joel song "Moving Out." I'm moving up and you're moving out. heart attack, you ought to. And my mom hated the song because my grandfather, her father, had died 2 years earlier of a heart attack. And whenever that song came on, the Billy Joel song, which was, and listen, I was 11 years old when that song came out, 1977. I was 11, little pisser, little 11-year-old little schnit. All right, so here's the deal. That song came on, and my mom couldn't change it fast enough, and I just remember. And the point I made was, you remember where you were when certain songs will come on the radio, and you'll remember being a kid or a teenager. For me, I remember like Asia, Heat of the Moment, 1982, and I had just gotten my first car. It was a used Honda Prelude. It was a 1980 silver Honda Prelude, and I just got my first car. The first song I ever heard in my car, and I remember where I was. First song I ever heard in my car was Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. And then I also remember like Heat of the Moment. I'm sitting at what was that? Shore Drive in Virginia Beach. I'm sitting in the left turn lane on Shore Drive in Virginia Beach. And if you go to the right, you go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. You go to the left, you get onto Northampton Boulevard, toward Independence. I'm sitting there, and I can still remember sitting like 2 cars back in the left turn lane. I never meant to be so bad to you. Asia comes. So you remember certain things, little trigger points when you hear a song. And I just remembered that I had a trigger memory of Billy Joel, heart attack, and I remember the song came on, and we were in a shopping center in front of A&P and Roses at the Haygood Shopping Center. And I think my mom had to go to Virginia National Bank, which was a little out parcel. And Billy Joel came on the radio with that heart attack. And my mom went she started screaming and yelling, I hate this song. And I'm like, why? Because then she explained the whole heart attack thing. So I told that story yesterday, a little Billy Joel story. So I dropped a couple of breadcrumbs, but I never blurted that the big announcement was going to be, and I also mentioned about I got stung. I had a bad sting. I did do that one. I was going to do it after.
Wow, that would have been a stretch.
After I told the Billy Joel heart attack, I was going to say, and you know what? I had a memory when I was. I had an incident with a bee, and I had a bad sting. All right, go ahead, Rox.
That's really clever. Oh, no, I was just saying, you just triggered me. You've triggered me quite a bit this week. But you just triggered me with a memory when you were talking about Heat of the Moment. Because we play Heat of the Moment on this station.
Yeah, it's a very, very good testing song.
Yeah, and I've created new memories with this new song, this new station.
Does well with audience research.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But then I pictured the Asia cover. Remember that cover of the album with this snake or serpent on it or whatever? Can you picture that?
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about the song Only Time
Vaguely,
Will Tell.
yeah.
That's the song I liked. Only Time Will Tell.
Yeah.
And immediately I was transported back. I was at my dad's condo, making up a dance routine on the stairs to Only Time Will Tell. That's what you just did to me with your singing.
Oh, that's lovely. Did I? Just flash back?
I just did it. Yeah.
Well,
the power of music.
Listen, that's true. The power of music is big. It's intertwined in the tapestry of our lives.
Yeah. Sure is.
Hold on.
Pastor's just so angry.
What is wrong with you? Why are you being like a Debbie Downer over here?
I lost my virginity to Heart of Rock and Roll.
I don't need to hear that.
If we're all talking about songs and memories.
I don't need to hear
Heart
that.
of Rock and Rolls in Cleveland.
Yeah. How many?
What I seen, I live it. I'm like,
how many broken bones did he have? I'm sorry.
First of all,
I'm sorry.
everybody knows.
Roxanne liked that one.
Everybody knows.
You can laugh in the microphone. That
usually
that works better on radio.
I laugh enough in this microphone.
All right. Yeah. Oh, really? All right. 6:30 at the MJ Morning Show.
He was okay with me being a power bottom.
Oh.
I just dumped that.
You want to go there? You want to make jokes?
I did a
You want to make jokes?
I did a subtle joke. And you just...
You did a subtle joke. What did he say? That's a subtle joke.
All right.
You know what? Listen, joke's my game. You want to play that with me?
All right, folks, hang on. I didn't even get to what I wanted to get to here.
Of course you didn't.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I'm looking at my pile here. All right, so early Morons in the News is next. And I got to squeeze this other stuff in. I've got a superb pile of early Morons in the News. And that's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Some of our great... And welcome to Early Morons of the News here on the MJ Morning Show at 6:40 on a Friday morning. And I have a spectacular pile. No, we're not at the Universal Amphitheater, ladies and gentlemen. We're right here in St. Petersburg in a dumpy building in the old Koger Executive Park. Some people know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to do the Dan Aykroyd introduction like on the album that was Briefcase Full of Blues, which was recorded at the Universal Amphitheater out in Los Angeles. All right, here we go. Oh, Froggy, yes. Froggy's like, don't forget, My Halloween crank call. All right, we'll play that next hour. What's the character on your Halloween crank call? Do you remember?
Oh, do you remember the lovely Jose Castillo?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, that's a funny. So Froggy,
He's a homeowners association president, and he's calling to complain about a woman's horrible Halloween decorations.
that's right. And you remember this because we did a story yesterday, folks. Hopefully you get to listen to the entire show, but we had an item yesterday about a family that was triggered because the neighbor had like skeletons and coffins, and the elderly patriarch of the family apparently is in like end of life stage with, well, age and some medical issues. And the adult son, went to the house next door and knocked on the door and started reading them the riot act about their spooky Halloween decorations and how it was inappropriate because their father was going to check out soon, and there are skeletons and they're holding a coffin in the front. What are you laughing at?
I mean, it's Halloween. I mean, what
Yeah.
do you expect? I mean, tons of people have sick family members.
Right. So they were taking it personally, and they wanted them take down these Halloween decorations. You know, my father's dying right now, and you've got skeletons in the yard, and they just freaked out. And then Froggy remembered that he had a crank call in his archives. Folks, it wasn't just Milton Fludgecow. It wasn't just, oh, thank God you've answered. It wasn't just that. Froggy also did a good series of crank calls in when I had pretty much dropped Milton Fludgecow, the old crotchety old man calls.
He handed me the torch of crank.
The reins were handed to Froggy, and Froggy did a whole bunch of crank calls. So we will get to his Halloween decoration, homeowners association violation crank call next hour.
Excellent.
Yep, here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, speaking of like kind of creepy Halloween stuff. Morons in the news here at 6:43. South Brunswick, New Jersey. What a lovely part of the country. Actually, it's a great pizza shop in near South Brunswick, but I'll get into that later on. I'll do 10 minutes on it. All right, so listen to this. Cemetery worker fell into an open grave and got trapped and couldn't get out.
Did he perish?
No.
No, it was just like the deep hole.
But listen to this. 24 first responders had to help rescue the cemetery worker.
Was he fat?
That became trapped in a grave. Happened at the Holy Cross ceremony. He said holy something else. Holy at the Holy Cross Cemetery.
That's like a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, this is what nightmares are made of. I mean, you fall into a grave and you can't get out. Officials said a funeral service had just wrapped up when the 47-year-old worker fell through the wood board about 6 feet down into the open grave.
You couldn't climb out a 6-foot grave.
Anyway, he had an injury. He apparently separated his shoulder. He was injured. He was unable to move. What if they didn't know he was there? And then the backhoe comes in and pushes all the dirt over him. Can you imagine that?
Oh,
buried
Smothered,
alive,
yeah.
like some kind of radio promotion. Remember those old?
Oh yeah, I remember the one
buried alive radio promotions.
The one where they miscalculated some things.
like the weight of dirt.
Yeah,
Where was that?
The guy did it with cement.
Oh, where was it? What was that?
Yeah, he was a stunt man, and he was doing a buried alive thing, but he did it with cement.
Oh.
And all of a sudden you just hear.
Can you not say cement? It's cement.
Do you want to slap this early in the morning?
Why violence? Why violence? Violence is not.
But
the
he
answer.
went and he died.
He really?
Ooh.
You never seen that? It's a famous video.
I remember we did the stunt with Fester with the concrete in the. Was that a convertible LeBaron?
Yeah, it was a car.
Oh man!
And we did it because of all like the movies and these funny stories. There might have been a story in the news.
No, I know exactly what it was.
All right, what happened?
It was, I think, a relationship issue. I think that a boyfriend was jilted and poured concrete into like an ex-girlfriend's car. That's what the story was.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
It was something that.
And then we wanted to recreate this, and this is one of the stunts we did years ago on the old MJ Morning Show when we were across the street years ago. And I think it was a story about a boyfriend or an ex-husband or something was getting revenge on an ex, and got a concrete truck and smashed the window and it might have been a convertible. I can't remember.
It was.
And then dumped concrete into the car, wrecking it.
Oh.
And we said, oh, man, we got to reenact this. We got to put Fester in the driver's seat. And we got an old, Chrysler LeBaron convertible, put Fester in the driver's seat, and then we got a concrete company to dump 8 yards of concrete into the car. And Fester, that got spooky. That got really scary for a while.
I remember trying to pull him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we couldn't get him out.
It was like
suction.
that.
It's like when someone gets stuck in a swamp in the mud. It's like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't get him out.
That was the closest I've ever come to actual death.
That was actually that was a dangerous stunt.
That was so stupid.
It was a stupid, dangerous
There was
stunt.
so much weight on my bones and on my legs and
we
my
didn't
chest.
realize that.
When you exhale, there's so much pressure you can't inhale again.
Right.
And
Well, here's the deal. This got really shaky. Listen, picture this. You got an old Chrysler LeBaron convertible. It's I think like John Voight's car or something. And we had a concrete truck and that spout that comes out of the back where the barrel's spinning and the concrete is just pouring into the car while Fester is sitting in the driver's seat. And it was almost like you were about to get crushed with the concrete weight. And we stopped it and we had to yank. How many people did it take to yank you out of the concrete?
A lot. I remember the shocks. At one point, it was like,
oh, there was so much
car
weight.
just sank.
There was so much weight in the car with concrete. The car went and dropped to the ground.
Yeah.
Oh my! Do we have a video? Is there video of that on YouTube?
I think that was before we were videoing stuff.
Oh my God, that was the craziest freaking thing we've ever done.
I remember Fester being like, "I can't breathe! I can't breathe!"
Well, but we thought he was just putting on an act. We thought it was just putting on a show for the radio bit because we were live on the air.
MJ comes over to me and somebody else was talking and he looks at me. He's like giving me a thumbs up and I'm like, I'm dying.
Yeah, this is a good time to tell this story because it is Morons in the News.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so Morons in the News continues. We put the video up on our website. I've had this for a couple of days. I just didn't get to it. Did you see the woman that walked into the police station in Bristol, Connecticut? And she walks into the police station lobby and just starts firing a gun at the glass. And luckily, the glass, the front counter glass was bulletproof. But she's firing the gun inside the lobby in Bristol, Connecticut. What is the significance of Bristol, Connecticut?
Isn't that where Aaron Hernandez is from? And also ESPN is the home base of ESPN.
Yeah, I'm looking for the home base of ESPN.
Roxanne can name every resident that's ever been convicted of murder.
Home of ESPN. Yeah, the video is insane. Bristol Police Department, a 51-year-old woman, Suzanne Laprise. She started shooting inside. She opened fire on October 5th. They just released the video earlier this week. And this was in the Bristol Police's North Main Street lobby. And she's shooting at the bulletproof lobby windows. Luckily, they had the foresight to have bulletproof glass in the police station. Where you have the counter where people can walk up and you kind of have like the little holes where they can speak through the glass and you have the little slot where you can put something under. And luckily they had that because she just goes in and starts firing multiple rounds. The footage is insane. Then she's seen taking off her sweater. Officers from behind the protective glass attempted to engage her in conversation, but she just fired more rounds at him. The office said that one police officer did return fire, but his round also struck the glass. He fired from the other side.
It's bulletproof glass both ways, officer.
Anyway, she then laid down her pistol finally, and officers rushed into the lobby, tackled her, took her down. She was evaluated at a hospital. She was placed in the custody of Bristol police. It is believed that she was attempting suicide by cop.
Ooh.
Yeah, is what she was trying to do here.
Bristol isn't the safest place.
Hey, I stayed there a couple of times because Julian's boarding school was not far from Bristol. So we stayed there right down the street from ESPN. Also, the Otis Elevator test towers are there. They've got a huge, like a mock building that's like 20 stories high. and they test Otis elevators there. It's really kind of cool to look at. All right, folks, let me take a quick break here. And then I got a couple of additional morons in the news. We'll start the 7 o'clock hour. Froggy's Halloween crank call is coming up. I got to wake Chloe up. We're loaded next, folks. Don't move. It is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, if... Q105, 7:01 exactly on a Friday morning. Fester rode to my house this morning. Fester picked me up this morning. Fester drove me in this morning. And, hey, Andrew, give me a little driving Miss Daisy, would you please? Yeah, bring that up and just start playing it. Yep, I sat in the back seat. I felt like I was being picked up by one of those, black car services. I was chauffeured in. Yeah, because I'm going to the airport right after the show, and Michelle's going to drive and park in a car. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
where would you like to go?
Michelle's going to drive the car to the airport and leave it at the economy parking. So Fester's going to drop me off at the airport. We got a little thing up in New York this weekend, so we're taking a flight out late this morning. Just after the show, so I got to kind of have to race to the airport. But it was great. I'm sitting in the back seat of the car, and I'm riding in the back because the passenger front seatbelt does not work, and there's no way I'm getting into a car driving over the Howard Franklin Bridge with no seatbelt. So it was driving Mr. MJ again this morning with Fester picking me up at the house. It's, Fester has a black 2010 Cadillac CTS. So it was like a black car service, taking me to the airport,
Yeah, I also have one of those little chauffeur caps.
No, you don't.
I was standing there with like a little sign that
got a little McGilla gorilla hat.
MJ. In front of his house.
Oh, yeah.
Sign,
like
MJ.
at the airport where they stay out at baggage claim and they're holding up little signs. Mr. MJ. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Fester. I appreciate the pickup this morning.
Great.
All right, a couple of things. This is a good time to do a couple of school stories. I try to do like school-centric related stories like about now or sometimes in the previous hour or certainly by 7:30 so I can get those that are getting ready for school or on the way to school. So a couple of things here. And yeah, I guess I have three like school-related things. First of all, a teacher in Kansas has been fired. This dude shot a video talking about he likes to walk through the classroom and crop dust all the kids.
Oh, wow. Who would do things like that?
That's funny.
Look at that. I got to laugh at a Froggy.
No, that's funny.
Of course it did.
Well, what's not funny about that? I used to do that to my friends in high school all the time.
All right, listen, just don't get too graphic on me. All right, check this out. Teacher Stephen Taylor fired from Olathe Mill Creek Campus Alternative School late last month after board members objected to some of the videos that he posted online. The guy's been a stand-up comedian on the side for 8 years. So he's a teacher and he's a stand-up comedian.
Sounds like a hoot.
Oh, man. So he's shooting these videos, and then it gets a little gross. He says, I'm gonna censor myself here. He said on the video that I save up my big, milky, lactose intolerant and I drop bombs silently. And he's talking about going through the classroom and dropping. He's crop dusting the kids. Anyway, school board was made aware of this. They didn't like it, and you're fired. They fired the guy. Crop dusting the kids. It's terrible.
I just found some amazing gas statistics.
All right, Roxanne, I do not need. That's what you're Googling over there?
What is a scientist who studies flatulence?
Listen,
wow.
We don't need that.
Yeah, we do. It's very technical.
A fartologist.
It's a flatologist.
Okay, I'm far off. All right. So anyway, this dude has been fired. It's just not a smart idea that if you're crop dusting the kids, they don't put a video online. Anyway, he's been fired, and guess what? As a result of him getting fired, he's already booked 30 stand-up comedy gigs.
I'm sure.
So
Good for him.
there we go.
Wait, I have to sneak this in. I have to sneak this in.
Oh, you got to sneak it in or sneak it out? All right.
How fast can a toot travel?
Roxanne.
10 feet per second.
All right.
Or 6.8 miles per hour.
Oh, gosh.
That's power.
What are you looking at? All right, I'm moving on. Father protesting the way some of the kids are dressing, and the school board's lax dress code. The father goes to the school board meeting, and he's got normal clothes on, but you know when you go to these meetings or you go to like a city council meeting and they have like the open mic or the citizens, the residents can, go up and they'll get, a minute or 2 or 3, whatever it is, and you got the little light box with the green light, the yellow light, and the red light when your time's up. So this father out in Arizona goes to the school board meeting. He's totally frustrated because of the school dress code and how lax it is and how it's not being enforced. The father goes dressed normally. He goes up for his turn to address the school board, and he starts stripping off his clothes. And Dad strips down to a crop top and Daisy Dukes.
That's the dress code. That's appropriate for school.
That's what the father does at the school board meeting.
If it's good enough for school, then it's certainly good enough for a school board meeting.
Ira Latham. He's at the podium, or I guess it says podium, but isn't that like the lectern? So he's at the podium or the lectern, and he just starts stripping. He reveals like the black underneath crop top, and it's showing his midsection, his dad bellies, and then he takes off his pants. He's got Daisy Dukes on.
He's making a good point.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he got the attention. And he completed what they called the jarring ensemble with a snug pair of jean shorts.
Well, they're coming back in style.
Got the Daisy Dukes and his little butt cheeks hanging out from underneath and everything. And yeah, baby.
Froggy's always been wearing those.
Yeah. Under the proposed policy, this would be appropriate in the classroom, is what he said, as he totally disrobed to reveal this kind of slutty outfit, Let's be honest.
But he rocked it, man.
Yeah. Hey, on a really serious note here, ACT. So one of the standardized tests.
Not the SAT.
So you got 2 of them. You got the SAT or the ACT. And, a lot of colleges, are de-emphasizing. That a lot of colleges, there's a lot of schools and a lot of good schools where the SAT and the ACT have become optional, not required. But listen to this. ACT college readiness scores have sunk to a 30-year low for U.S. high school students. So the scores are like plummeting. I got to be honest. I think that COVID had a lot to do with it.
I'll tell you something weird that's happened with my kids.
Well, your kids are taking the ACT and the SAT at 3 and 6?
It's just a little educational thing. I was talking
What are they,
to
overachievers?
No, I was talking to one of my daughter's teachers, and she said, I don't know what it is with this group of first graders, but they can't distinguish between capital and lowercase. They write in all caps. And I think it's just
I still
crazy.
do that.
I do too.
I
as
still
an adult.
write in all caps.
Yes, me too. And I think that there are just going to be pockets of learning that didn't happen that normally would have happened during those COVID years.
Can I also reveal something else? And I don't know what this means. Maybe you could look this up and see if this is like some kind of a tip-off to like my personality. Is this like an inward view of my defects? I've never written cursive. I can't. I
Not
listen,
since you were. When you were a kid, you had to.
Yeah, in school, I can do it, but I never do it.
I haven't tried.
My cursive is horrific. My regular handwriting is horrific. My printing is. It's.
No, it's
sometimes I can't even read my own writing, and that's I hate that because I'll have the greatest idea for the show. Or even in the studio, like during showtime, I'll jot something down on a Post-it. I keep a. Oh, where's my Post-it pile? I can't.
There's been times MJ's handed me this sheet of paper and with his penmanship, and it's like, Professor, see if you could figure out what this says.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I have written stuff down in the studio, like during a commercial break, or sometimes if we're just yakking, and I'll make a note to myself real quick, and I'm like, what the hell? 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, yeah, that was a great idea. I got to do that. I'm like, I can't read the idea that I wanted to do. So does it mean anything, the fact that I'm a grown adult and I've never written in cursive as an adult?
Okay, so I can relate to you very much on this point. I have terrible penmanship and I don't really write in cursive. But this is a relevant topic right now, MJ, because Gen Zers can't write or read cursive.
They don't
were
even know
taught-
they don't even know their names or their address. They don't know where they. Do you know where you live? What's your address?
Their moms put
Do you know
AirPods
where
in
you
them.
live?
They just have AirPods in their bag. That's how they get back home. But no, it does matter when you lose cursive as a society because, like, how do we look back at our archival works, like, old works that are written
All right,
in
hold
cursive?
on. Listen.
I can read it.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
we
just
could-
can't
But
write
Gen
it.
Z can't read it. They can't read it at all because it wasn't part of Common Core.
It's like Egyptian
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics
Yeah.
Cuneiform.
Yeah. All right, 7:12 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, hey, quickly, before I take a break. And I've been sitting on this, and I found it in a pile, in my prep pile. I just wanted to mention this. Do you remember we talked about the person that was driving in the car and was following the GPS and drove over a bridge that was out and died? Do you remember? It was like in I'll give you the story, but this is this is now a lawsuit. Remember North Carolina? Remember the person was following the GPS or following Google Maps, and it didn't account for the fact that the road was out and the bridge was gone?
Yes.
Remember that story?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The family of a North Carolina man who died after driving his car off a collapsed bridge following Google Maps directions is now suing Google. Yeah, Philip Paxson, a medical device salesman and father of two, drowned on September 30th of 2022. We talked about it about a year ago. He was in a Jeep Gladiator and plunged into Snow Creek in Hickory. I guess there were barricades like blocking off the road, but he was able to get around them, and Google Maps didn't show it was closed, and he drove right over a collapsed bridge and
Oh my God.
yeah, so now they're suing. Listen, it's like the Office episode following the GPS right down the boat ramp, with Michael and who's the weird
Dwight.
guy? Yeah, with Dwight in the car. So-
if you drive past a barricade, you kind of get what you get.
all right, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Hey, Gen Z and slang. Do you know all the words? Hang on, I teased this yesterday. Also coming up in just a bit, there is a little bit of a warning today on Friday the 13th. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't just quickly mention it. And what's the latest on the bandaged up Michelle photo? Michelle might join us in a few minutes. Yeah, so hang on. I'm going to attempt to call her. And also, do you know what rucking is? Got to talk about rucking. All right. So it's going to be a rucking great segment next. Don't move, folks. An hour and 20, and that's just scratching the surface. We're back in minutes. Oh, I've got a near kidnap story we got to talk about later on as well. Hold on. Back in minutes. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. No, because I'm still here. But what is the aftermath of me taking the picture of Michelle napping on the couch with all of the bandages all over her face, looking like a mini mummy because of her profractional laser treatment that she just got earlier in the week? And, well, she dozed off. I look over. I'm like, oh, my God. Let me take a picture of that and post it on my Instagram. And, well, I did because, listen, I'm just always looking for content, whether it's on the show, whether it's on my Instagram, whatever. So
Maybe she did kill you and you're a holograph or hologram. What is it?
hologram.
Hologram.
Yeah.
You're a hologram.
All right. So I'm going to try to call Michelle in about, 15 or 20 minutes. So I cannot believe the response on this. Let me bring up my Instagram right now. And it's still the lead item. I haven't posted anything since I posted this. And it's Michelle on the couch in our living room, and she dozed off, and she's all bandaged. Her whole face is bandaged up like a mummy. Her eyes are sticking out. The bandages go to just below her nose. You know, that little dimple is, there's a name for that. What is that thing called?
That
little thing, the little indentation on your upper lip. Anyway, so this is crazy. There are 400 comments. That could be a record as far as the filter. That's right. It's the philtrum, that little dimple on your underneath.
The love charm.
It's the what?
Love charm.
Love charm, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 400 comments, and most are like, are you still alive? Are you in the doghouse? You got to look at these comments. I think Michelle's read every single one of them. So the image of Michelle, which a lot of people thought would get me thrown out of the house, I'm still in the house, and I'm going to try to call Michelle to let her have her say on the picture. Now, if you haven't seen the image, it is still up. It's on my Instagram. Hey, she might demand now that, hey, you had your fun and games, take it down. But if you haven't seen it, the image of my mummified wife in kind of a vulnerable position, just falling asleep, and, well, I'm always looking for content. The image is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And while you're there, give me a follow. Give me a follow at Certified MJ Radio. We'll call Michelle, or attempt to, in just a bit. It is 7:28. Speaking of Family Matters.
Love that show.
Yeah. Was that Urkel?
Yes, sir. And the Winslows.
I never watched that
Carl,
garbage.
Harriet.
Can you do an Urkel impersonation, Froggy?
No.
All
Did
right.
I do that? I love you, Laura.
Listen, Froggy is still a kid in a candy store. Froggy's just driving to drive. That's how much he loves his new truck.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for reasons to get out. I love it.
I bet your kids love that thing, huh?
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, Froggy got a brand new F-150 from Veterans Ford, and he loves it.
And you're a big fan as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's. I told Kim, Froggy's wife, Kim texted me yesterday, what do you think of Froggy's truck? I'm like, I'm going to get one too.
What?
I mean,
What?
You can't copy me. But it's sweet.
It really is a nice truck. All right.
Alarm's going off.
What is that?
Ooh, that's the Chloe wake up alarm.
Oh, Chloe.
Well, it's only
It's
seven.
you got 2 minutes still.
Yeah. Well, what did she
You're
say?
a little early, Rob.
All right, so folks, here's the deal. Chloe, I'm a little aggravated here because Chloe sent a text at 4:40 this morning. Let me share this with you. Chloe has some type of test or an exam today, and she texted the family group at 4:44 this morning, going to bed now. Dad, in all caps, please call at 7:30 or shortly after, not before. All right, so it is now 7:30. But I'm aggravated because I'm guessing she had a cram study because she's been distracted with other crap. And what kind of performance is she going to have if she needs to get up at 7:30 and she went to bed at 4:44, and she's one of these kids that needs 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep? I'm serious.
Take the test.
What are you
and go
laughing
back to
at?
bed.
You're laughing at my kid's potential failure here, Roxanne?
No. I love that it needs 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep. I love that. I respect that.
And listen, and she's Generation Z, obviously. Chloe was born in 2001. And then I have this Gen Z ultimate slang list has been revealed. Oh, boy. Maybe we ought to ask Chloe while she's on the phone. All right, so let's go. 7:31, so it's shortly after. Let me call Chloe and read her the Daddy Riot Act.
Yeah.
On why the hell are you up at 4:44? Because
Be gentle.
I think she was distracted with other things, and I don't think she was studying. So she better not flunk this. This is her final semester. Her final semester. She graduates in December from UNH, a triple major, hopefully headed to law school.
This is when you put it in cruise control, bro.
I don't want to hear that from you.
I mean, it's like senioritis, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, remember when you were a senior in the last quarter? You're like, whatever.
All right, I think
We killed my religion teacher's fish.
I'm going to play the Chloe alarm clock for you here.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Oh, she's zonked out.
Oh, she is zonked, exactly.
Yeah.
Chloe?
Oh.
Chloe?
Yes.
Chloe, Daddy, got you
No.
a brand new alarm clock. Time to sit up, Chloe, get up, 'cause it's time to wake right up. Don't just lay there, wake up. Turn off the show, wake up.
Fantastic.
Time to start your day, Chloe, wake up.
That's enough of this. That was the old Chloe alarm clock. Chloe, when you were a little, do you remember that?
No.
Chloe, you were like 5 or 6 years old back in the mid 2000s here on the MJ Morning Show when we were at the other radio station. And you were so excited because we got you your first clock radio and you were able to set your clock to wake you up to me and the crew and the MJ Morning Show. And Froggy made this little jingle for you where it started out with the little, what is that little good? It's a little bit.
A little lullaby.
Yeah,
lullaby
It-
music.
It starts out with a little lullaby and then it transitions into death metal. Death metal. And yeah, that was, you don't remember that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
All right, so Chloe, I would like to share the text again that you sent me at 4:44 this morning. Going to bed now. Dad, please call at 7:30 or shortly after, not before, all caps. So, Chloe, is it true you have an exam today?
Yes.
What time is your exam?
11.
How could you possibly do well on a... What were you doing that you needed to cram and study until... Something tells me you didn't study.
I did study. That's why I was up that late.
Yeah, what
No,
are you talking
but
about?
What I'm saying is, it sounds like you didn't study during normal hours or study with enough time because it sounds like you're distracted by something.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Chloe, you're telling me that you've been studying for days for this exam?
Yes. Since Monday.
Since Monday? All right, so what is this exam on?
My world religions course.
Oh, that's
Basically,
easy.
I have to, well, there's 134 terms that I have to know for this exam.
Oh, my God. Do you know them? 134 terms?
Yeah.
Do you know them?
I've memorized about 75%. That's why I'm waking up early, so I can memorize the rest.
All right,
You
well,
gotta
you know-
memorize 50 things?
Like 100 and something things.
All right, well, I'll tell you what.
But from now to 11?
So she needs to memorize all these. She needs to memorize all these terms. This is a perfect segue to the whole Generation Z slang list. Because Chloe, you are Generation Z. You realize that, right?
I do.
You're
I know that.
lazy.
Generation lazy. All right, so you got to laugh out of that, Froggy.
Yeah.
Gen Z is 1997 to 2012, and my kids are both smack in the middle of that. So I've got this list here, Chloe. How to speak to Gen Z. I got the ultimate slang list. So tell me if you know these and what they mean. All right, here we go. Gen Z slang term number 1, slay.
Oh my God,
Yeah, I know. Even
Yeah.
I know that
Well,
one.
listen, I sort of do as well. Go on. What does slay mean?
Slay. It's like after anything like good happens, you just say, "Oh, slay."
Or you slayed that.
Also, it says commonly used to describe
No.
someone's appearance or accomplishment.
No.
Slay is.
No.
That-
Yeah, I thought it was the same
I thought
definition
it was
as
like,
Froggy
yo,
did.
you just slayed that
Yeah.
exam.
To do
I
a-
thought it too.
No,
To
no.
do a good job
No.
on something
No.
is or to slay it or to kill it.
No,
That-
slay is like somebody's appearance.
Yes.
They look great. Oh, yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah. All right. Chloe, to serve.
Oh yes, like you're serving. Like if you like look good.
That's it. Exactly.
What?
That's it.
No, that's when you
yeah.
have a dance off with
No,
somebody.
no. To serve. Chloe just said it. To serve is referring to someone that looks good. Yeah, to
It's a-
serve. Oh, she's serving in those shoes, meaning she looks great in those shoes.
Isn't that the definition of what we just heard about slay? Are all these words about looking good?
Nope. All right. Dupe. What is I know what this is. Dupe.
Oh, it's short for
To trick someone.
Well, it's short for duplicate. Yeah. It's short for duplicate.
Oh my God.
And it's a term commonly used to describe an alternate option, like something more affordable, like you get something clothing-wise that's a little cheaper, or a cosmetic line that's a little cheaper than a more expensive line. That's to dupe.
What?
Yeah.
They're taking old words and making new definitions.
Yeah.
All right, Chloe, Riz, R-I-Z-Z, Riz.
Oh, that's charisma.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Good riz.
Yep, the good Riz, having the charisma. We've actually talked about that one before. What is Menti B?
Oh, I actually have no idea.
Sounds like
I've
a
never heard
rapper.
that.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Menti B, M-E-N-T-Y, and then the letter B. What is Menti B?
Is that like meant to be? Like
Nope, that is wrong, Roxanne.
Like good breath.
No, not
yeah, that's a
Menti.
good guess.
No, Menti B is a mental breakdown. You never heard of that, Chloe?
Oh, menti. I thought you said minty.
No, Menti. M-E. So you've heard of a Menti B, a mental breakdown?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
All
like
right.
a good name for a podcast.
All right. What about Delulu?
Oh, you're delusional.
That is
You might as well say delusional.
that is correct. If someone is Delulu, you're delusional. All right. I
You
think
just saved one syllable, right, with Delulu?
we all know this one. Another Generation Z word is sus.
Yeah.
So, Chloe, use sus in a sentence.
I will. Chloe's recent activity has been sus.
Yeah, suspicious. Yeah, the good one, Froggy.
Thank you.
All right, what's side eye, Chloe?
Oh, side eye. Like, it's kind of exactly how it sounds. Like, you're either annoyed or you're judgmental.
That's it, exactly. Judgment, that's it, exactly. So, used in a sentence, you don't like Taylor Swift? Side eye. All right, so that's an example.
See, it seems like I would say it like this: don't give me side eye.
All right,
Oh,
what
that'd be so
about
old.
all right, Chloe?
Right?
What about slap?
Slap?
Slap. S-L-A-P. When you use slap, what does it mean?
When I say slap, it's referring to, like, food. Like, oh, my God, this food slaps.
Exactly.
God, you sound so dumb.
You know, I don't remember being in my 20s and like completely changing and having a whole new vocabulary.
The example is this pizza slaps.
My kids say these dumb words.
Yeah.
Like they say cap.
All right, Chloe, what about it's sending me?
It's sending me?
Yeah, it's sending me.
I think if I say it's sending me, that means, like, I've seen something really funny.
Exactly. That's it.
What?
It is. It means that it's laugh out loud funny. It's
You better do this
it's,
good on your exam.
It's sending me. Anyway, I think that's how about no cap?
No
Oh,
lie.
no cap, like, not lying.
That's
That's the one my kids like.
no cap means that you're not lying. And cap, if you say cap is lying, and no cap is not lying.
See, when I was a kid in my 20s, I feel like no cap would have been like a don't put a cap in his ass. Like, I feel like it's like more of a violent term, right?
What's the matter with you?
That was the 90s.
Yeah, like if you don't want to
easy-
get shot,
right?
like no cap, please.
like a Tupac drive-by in Las Vegas or something?
Precisely. These expressions are crazy. I have one for you, MJ. You didn't get to it. I didn't hear it on the list.
What is that?
But Chloe, I heard this one the other day. That what does out of pocket mean to you? Because it means something completely different to me. What does out of pocket mean to you?
Out of pocket to me means like someone says something really unhinged or like crazy.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And guess what? So it's a problem in the workplace
Yeah.
because us Gen Z or Gen Y or millennials and Gen X or
The rest of the
Are you not trying to say what you're a Gen X? Will you just stop
I was
it?
naming other
okay,
generations.
Everyone else thinks out of pocket means something completely
Yeah,
different.
out of pocket. Like, hey, I'm going to be out of pocket this afternoon. I say that to you, Chloe. We work together in a law firm, and I'm thinking I'm going to be unreachable. You won't be able to get a hold of me. But you, as the Gen Z, are like, oh, she just told me she's going to be unhinged, losing her mind this afternoon.
All right, Chloe, go study. Don't screw up the exam. Do not screw up your final semester. You want the highest grades possible to add to the GPA to get into freaking law school, okay?
That's no cap. Cowabunga.
All right, goodbye. Cowabunga. All right.
Bye.
Good luck.
All right, Chloe, are you awake? You're not going to fall back asleep?
Yeah, I'm awake now.
All right, get up.
Have a shot and start studying.
All right, goodbye.
Good advice.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we have a couple of weird local stories. And it's not the duty calls outhouse porta potty that got flung up into the light pole, during the tornado yesterday. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
saw that on Paul Delegado's.
Yeah, I saw it all over the place. Delegado had it on Facebook. I think Dennis Phillips might have. I mean, it's all over the place. If you missed that, we'll get into that. I got two other weird stories. First, though, a Froggy classic. Froggy, you want to set this up?
Sure, this is a crank call, a Halloween crank call I did back in the day. Jose Castillo, one of my characters, he calls as the HOA president complaining about Halloween decorations at a woman's house.
And Froggy remembered this because we had this unhinged story yesterday about the adult kid of a neighbor goes to the neighbor's house. They've got all these elaborate Halloween decorations already up. They've got skeletons holding a coffin. They got tombstones and everything. Is Fester asleep?
I'm not asleep.
Dude, what are you? You're a Froggy just pointed to you. You've dozed off.
I'm not asleep. I'm just resting my eyes.
What are you do? What are you do? You've fallen asleep.
No, listen, I'm not a part of this particular conversation, which is fine.
So
I'm not in this
what? You
scene.
get a nap?
Yeah, I'm not in this scene, okay? I'm not in this scene.
You take a power nap during
I'm just sitting here resting my
during the most listened to portion of the show?
I'm watching his head slowly.
I'm looking down. I'm resting my eyes. Listen,
He watched you fade. He watched you go.
I'm wide awake.
I was waiting for him to look at me because I was looking at
I
him.
have headphones on. I'm listening to you. You're talking about Jose Castillo, right? You're talking about the crank
Dozing
call.
off.
I know. Yeah, listen, it's radio. I close
All right.
my eyes. I'm looking down. Frog, you're going to play a
All right.
3-minute call with Froggy.
Oh yeah,
crank call,
get
right?
a nice power nap
That's exactly what I'm
during
doing.
the crank.
I'm getting a head start.
During the crank call.
Can I go back?
You getting ready for your power nap during the crank call?
I was kind of unwinding during it.
jeez.
I'm not
Be
in
relaxed.
this scene.
All
This
right.
isn't a Fester.
He's
centric-
relaxed.
All right, so here's the deal. All right, 7:44 at the MJ Morning Show. Here's the deal. Oh, a couple of things. I'm going to call Michelle in a minute. I'm going to call Michelle right after the crank call to address the mummified picture on my Instagram after her facial profractional laser treatment. So I'll call Michelle in a minute. And then crazy story. We have a coworker, a colleague here at the radio station. Her niece is pretty sure that someone tried to abduct her on the Courtney Campbell Causeway on the jogging trail.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is a crazy story.
Is she coming on the show?
Yeah, 8:00.
Okay.
So right after I do the Cash Rabid Kitty keyword, we'll call her up. It's a crazy story. All right. Let me re-explain. So here's the crank call. Halloween, HOA. It's Froggy's Jose Castillo character. And this was all prompted. Froggy remembered he had this because we did a story yesterday. The adult son of a neighbor bangs on the other neighbor's door because they have all these elaborate Halloween decorations. They've got skeletons holding a coffin, tombstones. Turns out that the neighbor's father is in really bad, elderly, in really bad shape, gonna check out soon. And the adult son goes over, pounding on the door, saying how disrespectful the skeletons are, the coffin, while they're I mean, it's Halloween, and, they're getting all emotional because of the decorations next door, and take these down, my father's dying. I mean, so
a little much.
Yeah, so, listen, I feel awful for the family, and listen, any end-of-life thing is terrible. Hopefully, it's a long life. But Froggy said, hey, I got a crank call about Halloween decorations. So here it is.
Hello?
Yes, hello. I am looking for somebody named...
Yeah, this is...
Oh, okay, fantastic. Yes, my name is Jose Castillos. I don't know if you know this, but I'm the new vice president of your homeowners association, and I'm actually parked right in front of your house right now, and I noticed...
Wait a minute. You're parked in front of my house?
Oh, yes, I'm parked here. I'm the homeowners association vice president. It's sort of my job, and I noticed that you have way too many Halloween decorations up, and did you get the memo that I sent out to the houses about the limited Halloween decorations this year?
I'm sorry, I didn't get a memo, and I don't have any decorations up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, what are you talking about? I'm looking at your lawn right now, and I see a half-buried skeleton that's coming out of the ground. I see the big spiders that are hanging from your porch. I see numerous pumpkins with the different smiley faces. So this is not allowed in the neighborhood. I sent out the memo saying that the decorations are getting a little too overboard, and we're going to stop doing them. And if you put up too many decorations, you're going to receive the $1,000 fine.
I live in an apartment.
Oh, yes, please, don't lie directly to my face, okay? I'm looking at your house right now. What's your address again? Please.
Excuse me? I'm not telling you where my address is.
Well, is it...
Maybe.
Okay, well, yes, I believe I'm talking about the same person then. I am looking at all these decorations. So, in the mail in a couple days, you're going to receive a ticket for $1,000. It's going to be...
You're talking about? You're not sending anything to my house.
Well, okay, well, what I'm going to have to do is get out of the vehicles right now, and I'm going to have to knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on my door because that's not my house.
Are you telling me to walk up and knock on your doors?
Yeah, you can go ahead and knock on my door. That is not my house. Those are not my decorations. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, so you're telling me you don't have the half-buried skeleton in your yard? No?
No, none of that is mine.
Okay, well, obviously you're lying directly to my face, so I'm going to have to knock on your doors, and hang on a second, okay? Just stay right there. I'm going to be in your door in 5 seconds, okay?
Yeah,
so,
go ahead. You knock on my door, okay? Because I don't have one single decoration in front of my house. I don't even like trick-or-treaters, okay?
Oh, yes, okay. Hang on, I'm here now, okay? And, open the door, please. Let's not play these games.
You're not knocking on my door.
Please come get the door and stop playing games with me, please. I have to explain to you the fine.
I'm sorry, but you're not knocking on my door. You're not listening to me, jackass.
Yeah, who the are you? Please, I want to speak to the woman of the household, please.
This is not my house. I'm not there. There's some other dude.
What are you talking about, man? I live here alone.
Okay.
Oh my
See,
God.
I have you and I have your wife or girlfriend lying to me. I'm going to have to fine you for having these decorations up.
It's not
So.
my house. I don't even know where the hell
Yo, man, what the are you talking about, man?
Okay, listen, please. Okay.
The off my porch, homeboy.
You an idiot?
You and your wife are threatening me now, and I feel a little threatened now. Okay, so please let me speak to the woman of the household, please,
Oh my
and stop
God.
giving me the attitude.
You are on.
Man, that hasn't been played in how many years? That's been a long time.
That's an old
Oh,
but a goodie.
it's sound like Biscuit answered the door.
Yo, man, who the heck it is?
It's-
A little Halloween fun for everyone.
Oh man! All right, 7:50 now, 7:50 exactly, here on the MJ Morning Show, and of course we're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. And before I call Michelle, I'm not stalling. I'm not stalling. But just remember, since we don't have the marketing budget that I'm looking for to expose this show to people that don't know we're back or people that are new to the area and don't know that this is pound for pound the best, most entertaining morning show in the entire Tampa Bay area, if you could essentially be our marketing budget and tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. So if you know someone that listens to something else, just say, hey, you got to check out the MJ Morning Show with MJ and Fester and Roxanne and Froggy and Jose Castillo's.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. All right. You got to check us out. Go to 104.7 FM, MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM, and give us a listen. All right. So tell 3 people a day. Let's call Michelle. The response was out of control with me posting the image of Michelle with the bandages all over her face. She had the profractional laser treatment, which works on the surface of your skin. It helps with wrinkles and it rejuvenates you. And Michelle does it once a year, once every year and a half. And she had the first half done on Monday. And again, your face looks all red for days, and you got to put Aquaphor on and everything, and put some bandages on, and then it heals up in a couple of days. But for the first couple of days, it looks like you were in a house fire. All right, it looks like you dozed off like Fester on the stovetop. All right. That's what it looks like. So I post the picture. Michelle was on the couch and she fell asleep, and I took my camera and I took a little picture, and I put it up on Instagram, and 400 plus comments later about MJ, you're gonna die. Let's get Michelle on the phone. So over 400 comments.
That's a record, right?
Yeah, I think as far as comments go, over 400 comments, an absolute record. There are folks that have infinite numbers of more followers than me on Instagram that don't get that kind of commentary. All right, so let's call Michelle. Now, if you haven't seen the photo, it is on my Instagram. I'm Certified MJ Radio. So Certified MJ Radio. If you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram. And if you don't follow me, give me a follow, because you never know what the hell's going to happen. All right? All right, I don't know how this is going to go, but... All right, calling Michelle.
She hasn't been on in a while. We miss her.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give her a break, give her a rest.
Her contract's up.
Hopefully she'll pick up.
Blah, blah.
Oh,
come on.
At the tone, please record your message.
All right. Well, let me try one more time. Hang on. Now I'm calling the home phone. I'm calling the landline, and if it doesn't work this time, then I'll call her cell phone. Maybe she really is angry. Or maybe she's downstairs feeding the dogs or something. I don't know. All right, let me try this. Yeah, this is not looking good. Hold on. Let me try the cell phone now. All right, here we go. All right, calling the cell phone now. The drama is building. Hello, Michelle?
Hello.
Hey, where are you?
I'm taking the Bing dogs to the kennel.
Oh, that's right. the
what? Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay. Goodbye.
No, wait a second. All right. So, yeah, I called the home phone first. I called the landline. All right. So,
was anybody there to answer for you?
No, it was me on the voicemail going blah blah. Yeah.
Ghosted and answering.
All right. So, Michelle.
What?
There are over 400
Goodbye.
No, hang on a minute. All right, there are over 400 comments. I think it's the most on your mummy picture with the gauze all over your face. So folks want to know, are you angry at me? Are you going to throw me out of the house? Are you divorcing me?
I'm not exactly thrilled.
All right, well, listen, I put the picture up. I'm always looking for content, even at the expense. All right, so what do you want to say?
Shut
fun and games. Ha ha ha. I'll tell you what, little buddy. Payback. Guess what?
What?
I have a lot of pictures of you too. I've been Amber Turding you for quite a while.
Wait a second. Hold on. Say that again.
I've been Amber Turding you for quite a while, buddy.
Like when she took the secret pictures of Johnny Depp?
Oh yeah.
You
know what?
What?
I'm gonna have to have my technology consultant this weekend create a special Instagram, MJ Exposed.
Wow.
Oh man. So you have a collection of secret photos of me?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Yo,
Just like so everybody, all the listeners can get like this little image in their head. How you like to disrobe when you come in the house. It's like shoes, and then 2 feet later, the socks, and then 2 feet later, the shirt, and the shirt is hanging wherever, on a doorknob, on a rack, on the back of the couch,
and
on
the
the arm of a
Goldbergs.
chair, whatever. And then you walk around the house with no shirt on the rest of the day, which is disgusting.
What are you doing? Like a strict tease when you come in?
No, I just
leave your clothes on. You're looking at my children.
When I'm in the house, I like to take my shirt off. I don't know.
Nobody else does.
Nobody. Thank you, Froggy. Nobody else. I've never seen anybody do
Wait,
that.
can I
ever,
ask you a
ever.
question, Michelle?
And so you know what? You know what happens? Then you sit on the couch and then you try to do your work, and you'll have either your phone in your hand or your Surface on your lap, and you will literally be mid-typing and nod off. And so, like, your hands are on the keyboard or the phone is in your hands, and you've, like, nodded off, shirtless, with just your shorts on. Sometimes on the weekends, you don't even put shorts on to run around the house. You run around the house in your little panties. So guess what?
All right, so I am definitely following MJ Exposed. All right, Michelle, you let me know when this is up.
I have a nice collection of pictures of you sleeping on the couch in that position.
Yeah, you always brag about how you fall asleep so fast.
Oh man.
Yep.
I got to see if MJ Exposed is even available on Instagram right now. Hold on. Let me do a search.
It's not. She already has it.
Julian, if you're listening, you better get it right now.
MJ Exposed. Hang on. Let me see if it's. It doesn't look like it's available. It looks like it might be available. Someone's going to steal it now.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. All right, Michelle. All right.
Michelle, you looked beautiful. There was nothing wrong with how you looked. It's just the feeling of you can't relax in your own home, right? Without being ambushed.
Right.
Michelle, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Does he eat dinner with his shirt off?
Sometimes, yes.
Ew,
Sometimes
MJ.
his shirt comes off before he eats, and I'm like, ew, gross. I don't even want to sit next to him.
Come on. It's your husband, you know.
Yeah, and one of her lines is, "You've dropped food in your fur. Gross."
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Like,
what?
Is it like a pelt? Like
No,
how furry is it?
I have a little. You want to see?
Looks like the
I
liver
just have a
king.
little- I just have a little chest hair, and like Michelle will say, "You've just dropped food in your fur. That's disgusting."
That is so unappetizing.
Right? Tell me about it.
Okay,
Tell me
Michelle.
about it, Froggy.
Payback is a bitch. Okay, Michelle. Are we even? Are we even now?
Oh, not yet. Not until I create it. Not until it's out there. I've got a collection from the last year, 18 months. So, you know. I also have the one of you climbing on the stairs up into the attic in New York in just your underwear. That one's a really good one.
Oh my God, I'm gonna vomit. Ew, you wear tidy whities.
Oh man, no, I've got boxer briefs. You want to see?
Oh yeah, you have them. You
All
changed.
We'll take your word for it.
All right, Michelle, go drop the ding dogs off, and I'll see you at the airport after the show. Okay?
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
Bye, Michelle.
All right.
Bye. Oh, I arranged for us to sit in separate seats. I'm not sitting by you.
Yeah, I hope you're in first class.
All right, and do me a favor, leave the note, the instructions for your sister at the house when she comes this weekend. Okay? All right, thank you. All right, Michelle, I'll see you in a bit. Okay?
Maybe.
All right, goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
She's a champ.
Yeah, Michelle's sister's house sitting with her fiance this weekend. So, oh boy, Cash Kitty time.
Yes.
It is 8:00 exactly. Oh, this crazy kidnap story. Yeah, we got to get to that in a second. We have a coworker here who has a niece that she swears that someone tried to kidnap her along the Courtney Campbell Causeway. And she wants to get the story out. All right, first, though, the cash kitty. Where is that damn cat? Oh, there it is.
Scare the hell out of me.
All right, here we go. This hour's word for $1,000. And is this the right word today? Andrew, what the hell happened with yesterday's word? We gave out the wrong. I'm reading the right sheet. It's the wrong word. And when people send the wrong word, they get a text back that says what? What did it say, Roxanne? What were the listeners saying?
The listeners were saying, we're finding out that this is the incorrect word after we've texted the word yesterday that you said was most.
Yeah, so someone put an erroneous list in here for the entire day. Were they fired yet? Well, they should be. All right, so here it is. This hour's word is lucky. That's right. The 8 o'clock word is lucky. Go ahead and text the word lucky, L-U-C-K-Y. Text it nationwide to 45911 before quarter after for a shot at $1,000 cash. Or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myq105.com. And, of course, we do the Cash Kitty 5 times a day. It happens right now at 8 a.m. It happens at 10 a.m. right after the show. It happens at noon, 3, and 5 p.m., and it's $5,000 a day, and you got a chance to win your share, $1,000 a pop. So good luck from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, the kidnap story, I'll get to that in a second. We got to call Christina up. Just before we move on, I just want to talk about a couple of things. I got two, kind of weird local stories. And then rucking first. Do you know what rucking is?
Is that when you tailgate before Darius Rucker concert?
No.
I mean, what is it?
Is it?
You and me.
Guys want to go rucking before the show?
You'll go see Darius Rucker and Hootie and the Blowfish, man. You and me.
We come from different worlds.
I'm trying to think of the lyrics. I only want to be with you.
If you ever wanted to piss that guy off, call him Hootie.
Hey, Hootie.
Because he wasn't Hootie. It was just the name of the band.
Yeah. Oh, but people called him Hootie.
Hey,
that's right.
You're Hootie. No, I'm Darius.
Hey, Hootie.
Yeah.
Hey, Hootie.
So, rucking.
Rucking.
It's one letter off of a very naughty word.
Well,
which word is that, Roxanne?
What letter is that? No, don't tell you. Don't say.
Ducking.
So, rucking, R-U-C-K-I-N-G. Are you a rucker?
Intimate relations with people who can't speak well.
No.
Speech impediments.
No. Rucking is a way to walk to increase your fitness. Rucking is where you walk with the weight on the back of your foot. So you walk with the weight on your back.
What?
So yeah, you put your weight. So
is that why Frankenstein was in such good shape?
No.
I mean, is that what you're talking about? Is it?
So,
but there's more to it than that, MJ.
Well, I haven't gotten to everything yet.
Okay.
So, rucking is walking with weight on your back, and it is becoming a very popular form of exercise. So, if you see people out walking, and it looks like they have some kind of physical impairment, no, they're rucking. You know what happens? What happens if you got a mom that's a rucker?
She's a mother rucker.
Roxanne.
I was just going to leave it open for the imagination, Ron. But
So what happens?
Mother. Yes.
What happens?
Yes.
You ask me to go rucking with you.
Yes.
And I say, no, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Go ruck yourself.
Go ruck yourself.
Ruck off this bridge.
Get the ruck out. All right. So the term rucking comes from ruck marching.
Hold on. Did Roxanne say ruck off
I
this
messed
bridge?
it up.
That's not the joke. Ruck off this bridge.
Yeah, it just should have been the first two.
But it's a weighted step. You put your weight on your heels, and you walk on your heels, and it really juices up your calves and everything. Yeah.
Continue. There's more to it.
Well, tell me.
With weight on your back.
Yeah, well, you can do that.
With weight on your back.
That's an option. It's not required. So you can either ruck with or without weights, or sometimes people are putting like a weighted vest on. You've seen the weighted vests. It looks like like a flak jacket or something. Or people will sometimes use ankle weights, but that's rucking. And the deal is that a person who is a rucker, if you're a rucker, then you tend to burn 30 to 45% more calories by walking as a rucker.
Rucking is a workout that involves walking while carrying a weighted rucksack or backpack. Yes.
Listen, there are different variations, but some people do it without weights. That is an option that you can do that. However, now what happens if you got a bunch of little kids that are rucking? Look at those little ruckers. All right. So I just thought it was interesting, rucking. All right. And then two other quickies here, and then we got to get the kidnap story. You know what? Let me do the kidnap story now. And then we have two just weird local stories that I've been kind of clinging to this week. Let me get Christina on the phone. And we're only going to use her first name because she's still shaking over this. So let me get Christina on the phone. 727.
Is that her real name or her pretend name?
No. Christina is her real first name. We're just not going to use her last name. And Christina is the niece of one of our sales assistants. Christina.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Christina. It's the MJ Morning Show calling live. It's me, MJ, Roxanne, Froggy, Fester, and we're live as we agreed to last night. How are you this morning?
We're doing good. I actually have Crystal here with me.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Crystal was with you when the incident occurred.
Yes.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you tell the story. What this is these two, if you don't mind me asking, Crystal and Christina, how old are you guys?
38. And I'm 33.
Okay, 33 and 38. And you guys were exercising together. You're on the Courtney Campbell jogging path. All right, go ahead and tell this. When did this happen?
This happened on the 10th, so Tuesday. It was at night. We had spent the day, jogging on the path, walking, and just enjoying the weather. It was nice out, and then it started to kind of get late, and Crystal had to go to the restroom. So we had searched to see how far the nearest bathroom was, and it was like an extra 20 minutes to go forward so she can go use the restroom, and then it would have been another 40 minutes, hour or something to go back. So we had decided to go forward, which made us a little late coming back. We had not seen any signs on the parking area saying that we had to be out by a certain time or anything like that. However, on our way back from the parking lot, or back to the parking lot, we saw a police officer, and he was trying to, lock up the gates over on the Courtney Campbell by the boat ramp area and stuff. So we're like, so we're like, okay, we need to hurry up and get out. The policeman police officer ended up leaving, and we were just walking forward. It was just us, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this black sedan comes up, and it just suddenly stops. And we just look over at each other, and we're like, okay. And then the windows start rolling down in the back seat. There were two men in the driver and passenger seat, and then there was a woman in the back with a hijab on, and we could hear a kid screaming, and we couldn't see the kid.
Wait, the kid was under the hijab?
They were making it look like she was breastfeeding, but the sound of the crying was like of a 3-year-old. Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't like a breastfeeding infant. I got you. Hey, Crystal, Crystal, are you in the same room?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so you guys get really, because I think you're on speaker, get really close to the phone, okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So as we're looking around our surroundings and we're seeing that there's no child there, we're hearing the screaming, the woman asked for directions on if we knew how to get out of the parking lot. And I said, I think there's an exit right over there, and pointed to the direction of the exit. She goes, oh, no, that one's locked. And I was like, oh, well, then I'm not sure. At this point, we start walking forward, and I go into my fanny pack. I pull out her phone, my phone, and I get my taser out. just in case, because the men are like talking under their breath to each other and making this eye contact with her and them. The lights in the car were on, and then we see his hands start to go towards the
handle, the car handle, car door.
Oh, so you see one of the guys like he's about to exit the car quickly toward you?
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Oh,
the
wow.
one in
But
the
hold on.
passenger-
Both of them were making a move to grab their handle to exit the car quickly?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So at that point, I look at Crystal and I said, Crystal, run. And I start running, and she is still in shock, so she's just standing there at that point. And then they slam their gas down, and they go in reverse.
Like heavy reverse.
Yeah, like heavy reverse right after us. And I turn back. I'm like, Crystal, run! And so she starts running with me. And then out of nowhere, this red car comes from under a U-turn from under the bridge area.
Yep.
And he ends up parking. Well, he's not parking. He's like right behind the black sedan. And the sedan is forced to stop. And then this part, Crystal remembers more. I was running, so I'll let her say.
All right, so Crystal, pick it up from there. Get right on the phone, okay?
Okay, so she was running and vomiting, and I'm keeping up.
Hold on. So Christina is throwing up?
Yeah, I was scared out of my mind at this point, and because they had slammed it into reverse, and then she remembered the red.
Yeah, something's wrong here. I mean, the fact that you had a kid you couldn't see underneath clothing in the back seat that's screaming. You got two guys that go to grab their door handle simultaneously to get out of the car, and then you guys run, and then they slam the car in reverse, and I mean,
They almost hit the red truck behind them, and I could see. I stopped, and I was going to ask for help, but then I thought about it, and I was like, no, probably not a good idea because they might be working with them.
We had no idea. She could see him start to yell.
But he was yelling at the driver because he almost got hit, and I could see him like shooting hurt signs and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, bad idea. So I just kept running.
All right, so finally you guys get away, correct? So how far do you get away? And at that point, did you feel like you were safe? And then did you call 911?
Yeah, so we get away as we go up towards the top. The trail is like in section, like it has like a space between it.
Yeah, again, this is along the Courtney Campbell Causeway. This is the jogging path, right?
Yeah, this is the jogging path right next to it. So we run up to the Courtney Campbell. So I'm like, I want people to see me. Like, I, want to be visible.
Now, what time was this? Was it becoming dusk?
It had just got dark because we were just barely, like maybe 30 minutes late because we had to go to the restroom.
Right.
That's why the restroom part was important,
Yep.
And so we're like 30 minutes late. We didn't know that they were going to lock up or anything.
All right, so did the car finally take off, the black car with the 3 occupants? Did they finally take off?
Yes, after they almost hit the red truck and there was a white sedan that came right behind the red truck, they went into drive, they leave. Her and I run, and at that time I'm still getting sick and running and just trying to get away.
She kept screaming, call 911 for me, for us. Kept screaming 911. And at that point, I don't know why, but I had a brain
She was like, how do you call 911? I was like, you pick up your phone, you press 911 green.
Man, it's like it's like that dream where like you're trying to run away and your legs don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so do you remember it was a black sedan? Do you know the make and model? Did you get a license plate number?
We did not. At that point, we were just running
Wow.
because we were just scared. So we didn't get the make or model. We knew it had clear windows, no tent, and it was a black sedan and a red truck, and then a white sedan came behind the red truck.
Well, I wonder if they weren't trying to kidnap you. I wonder if they were trying to like hurt you.
Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past, and I believe that they probably have done this before.
Hold on, a little. You believe they probably have what?
I believe that they probably have done it before.
Wow.
I wouldn't put it past them.
All right, so you called 911. Did a police officer come out to meet you?
We were on the phone with she was on the phone with 911 for 14 minutes, and we still had no cop. And at the same time, as soon as it was like 1 minute into her calling 911, I called my mom to let her know, like, hey, we're up at the Courtney Campbell, and we just had to call 911, and I tell her the whole incident.
So you guys wanted to tell the story. I know that you put a pretty extensive Facebook post out, Christina, to just inform people, be careful, black car, Courtney Campbell, because you feel that you are absolutely, you felt in imminent danger.
Yes, because they came back. So when I'm on the phone with her, they end up coming back. My mom's at the arena. She ends up getting an officer over there. They send out a car to us within 5 minutes, while 911 took 14 minutes, and we still didn't have a car. Their car did not even arrive until after the car that my mother sent for us.
Which agency? Was it Clearwater Police?
Tampa.
Oh, so you were on the Tampa side, so it's TPD.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Wow. So
it took all that time to get there. As soon as the cop gets there, the car had left because the car had came back and they were staring at us and they.
Hold on. The car came back and now they're leering at you?
Yeah. So they were staring at us when they drove by. Then they went and parked their car right next to Crystal's car, which is the only car left in the parking lot.
Oh my
and
God.
turned on their lights.
This is like a horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So then finally when the cops come, I'm like shaking my hands and stuff, which I had been doing that the whole time. And the other cars, nobody was slowing down. Nobody was like trying to help.
But the black car, then they finally left again?
Yes, they ended up, by the time the cops got there, they had left. We think they went the wrong way to get out.
Okay,
on the other
gotcha.
side.
All right, and then you didn't see him again. They left, and unfortunately, the cops arrived after they left.
Yes.
Oh, wow. What did the cops say? Did the cops say that they've heard about this, or what did the cop actually say to you?
He looked concerned. He didn't really say anything. He just wanted to get the information, but he definitely
was concerned and
very concerned.
He took us. He asked us, "Is it okay to give us a ride back?" And we were like, "Yes, please." Like we are not walking back there.
Yeah.
And so he took us back to the car, and he said that he was going to look into it. I did see a lot of cops on, the highway afterwards. So I'm thinking maybe they were looking around for them.
Yep.
So that makes me feel a little better.
Yep. So I'm sure that TPD, once they were able to get there, and listen, you're on the Courtney Campbell Bridge, and it's not like you instantly have an officer right there. They had to get a unit there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, any last words? Because this is a kind of a spooky story. Any last thoughts?
Just be aware of your surroundings.
Yes, definitely. And if you're having like an instinct like feeling, you go with it. Your gut feeling's always right. And I'm glad that I went with mine and I just ran because we're here. We're talking to you. So I think
who knows what they were planning or what the story was. But Crystal and Christina, thanks for sharing the story. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
They could have put them into like trafficking and something like that.
but
Sex trafficking.
What could it have been? It wasn't just one weird thing. There were just too many weird things, and then both guys reaching for the door handles to get out at the same time, and she said, run, and then slamming the car into reverse. I mean, there's just too many. Roxanne, what comes to your mind?
Oh, I mean, I'm always scared of stuff like that. Basically a shut-in because I'm constantly afraid of
You're a shut-in.
You gotta keep your head on a swivel.
kidnapped. Yeah.
Active
No, I mean,
self-protection.
I'm not trying to make light of it, but yeah, that's something I have daughters, so I constantly worry about.
Hey, anybody listening, do you have an interpretation? Anyone that just heard that story, do you have an interpretation or any thoughts on what was happening here? They thought that maybe they were making a move to kidnap them, or could it have been they were trying to hurt them, or some type of an assault? If anyone has any other angle or any other thoughts on this, let's grab a couple of calls here if we get anything of substance. 800-990-1047 is how you get in. Got a couple of additional weird local stories I want to get to here in just a moment. So hang on. But let me see if we can drum up any calls with anyone that has any clue, any idea what could have gone on here. I think Roxanne's getting pounded on the text line right now. And, of course, call us at 800-990-1047 if you got some thoughts, some insight. Do you have a theory? 800-990-1047. What are you getting on the texts?
Oh, I'm getting pounded with sex trafficking.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's what Froggy said that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds like. And there was a person and the kid, and nothing makes sense here. It's a very scary
how do you
situation.
have a kid that couldn't be seen underneath the garb?
Yeah, would they have like a radio of a kid crying,
Such
trying
a
to lure
scary-
you in?
Yeah.
And I'm happy that she was carrying some kind of protection. She said she had a taser.
Yeah, she had a taser. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not much, but it's something to scare somebody or to buy yourself some time.
That's what they're saying. The baby crying was probably a fake recording to distract them from what was really going on.
Oh, man. Yeah. Wow.
Very.
Because they couldn't see a kid. How do you hide a kid who they think sounded like a 3-year-old underneath like the whatever the dress or whatever the moo this lady was? That
was her cell phone.
That's just weird. Or maybe playing a sound off her cell phone. Who the heck knows?
Creepy, man.
Oh man, look at the calls that are rolling in. All right, let's grab a couple. Let me start with Nancy in St. Pete. Nancy, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi guys, how's everyone?
We're doing well. Go, Nancy. What happened?
Okay, so when I'm always weary of my surroundings because when I was 19, I was kidnapped.
You were kidnapped when you were 19? Where?
In Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, what happened?
So I was walking down the street and there's a truck door open and there's an alleyway. So I looked inside the truck as I was walking by. The guy came out of the alleyway, grabbed me, and put me in the truck. So there's a bar, a wood bar, that I couldn't get out of the truck.
Oh, wow.
So he immediately put my head down on my legs and told me, don't move. And then he moved over and started to drive. Well, I don't know where I got the strength, but I grabbed his hand. I took it off my neck. I sat really, really close to him because it was a box seat and started talking to him about God and about Jesus. And I know you have a daughter. I know you're not going to do anything to me. That man was so tired of listening to me, he dropped me off.
Get out of my car. This kidnapping is over. Oh, wow.
He was like, and I am so grateful for that.
Oh, Nancy,
I don't
wow.
know where I got the strength.
What a story.
Always be careful of your surroundings.
So you were born and grew up in Puerto Rico?
Actually, I was born in New York. I'm a New Yorican, you know.
A New Yorican, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nancy, thanks for listening to the show. Tell 3 people a day to listen to us, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Nancy. You know what I just thought of before I go back to phone? So Christy, Pauline, Gloria, Nadine. Oh, wow. Christine's mother's on the phone.
Oh, wow.
Look at the screen. All right, hang on. We're going to go back to phones in a second. Do you know what this reminds me of a little bit, or at least the story that that Nancy just told us? Do you remember the Beach Park story in South Tampa about, 6 months ago?
The daughter?
The Plant High School senior.
Yes, the young girl.
There was a Plant High School student, a female, going out for a jog, and a white van in South Tampa off of West Shore, like West Shore and Sylvan Ramble area in South Tampa. A white van stopped and tried to pull a young girl, a young woman, a Plant High School, like a junior or a senior, into the van. And another neighbor saw what was going on and ran and chased them away. But it seems that there was almost an abduction of a high school kid, a girl in South Tampa about 6 months ago. And remember, we had the mother on the air. Remember, she told us the story. Wow. All right, let me grab Nadine, and then I'll go back to the other calls. Then we got to move on. We got a lot of stuff today on a Friday. Nadine's in Seminole. Now, Nadine, you're the mother of Christine, who just told the story with Crystal.
Yes.
Well, welcome, Nadine, to the MJ Morning Show.
Thank you.
Well, go ahead.
Christina called me during the middle of it when Crystal was on the phone with 911. She called me at the same time, and I was working over at Emily Arena during one of our events. And the way she was talking, and she turned around and she says, "Mom, they're coming back. They're coming back." And she was very frantic, and she started crying and throwing up at the same time. And all I could tell her was, "You need to run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Get up top where people can see you. Get from down below." And meantime, I was running across the compound to the police officer and letting her know what was going on. And Christina was able to, while she was running, Google her exact area. And the officer took a picture of it, got on the radio, sent it to the other officer, and they were there within 5 minutes.
Wow, what a story. Well, listen, I'm glad that your daughter Christina and her friend Crystal, I'm glad they're okay. What a harrowing event, harrowing story. So, Nadine, thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one. Let's grab Pauline in Apollo Beach. Pauline, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I was hearing the show.
Yes, Pauline. Did we lose Pauline?
Oh, call back. Sounds like she has something good to say.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me put her on hold. Oh, hang on. The phone just came back, I think. Pauline, you there?
I am.
Okay, yeah, you dropped out. Go ahead. Start from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having trouble. Hey, hang on a sec. Andrew, can you manage Pauline and see if we can get her on a different cell? Try to get her back or dial her back on one of the hotlines. Let me grab Christy in Spring Hill in the meantime. Christy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, as a security guard for a long time in my life, I just want to tell women, when you're out and you see a vehicle that has no windows or something that looks fishy to you, even if it doesn't mean like it's going to be the person that attacks you, it's good to snap a picture of the license plate, get a little description of what the vehicle's like. I mean, they couldn't do it at that moment because it caught them off guard.
Yep.
But you always take a picture, you try to send it to somebody and say, look, if something happens to me or somebody else in this park.
Hey, listen, Christy, excellent advice. And let me tell you what I do. I'm in the neighborhood all the time. I walk 20 miles a week in my neighborhood, 2 miles every night. I walk 5 miles on Saturday and Sunday each. So whenever I see a suspicious vehicle, and I've got a good intuition, I do. I'm probably one of the most prolific ride-alongers with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. And listen, you kind of you notice, you kind of get educated. When I see a suspicious vehicle in my neighborhood, I always take a picture of it, and I get the license plate number just in case something happens.
Good. That's what I do. And they say if you have a weapon, if you ever pull it out, no matter what it is, a gun, a knife, you have to be ready to use it, Johnny on the spot, because somebody could take that from you and you could get killed with your own weapon.
Wow, Christy's like ninja caller here. All right, Christy, thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
Have a great one. We got Pauline back, hopefully on a better line. Andrew called her back. Pauline, MJ Morning Show, go ahead.
Good morning.
Much better. Go ahead.
I wanted to share a situation that happened to my daughter a couple years ago. I live in Apollo Beach, Florida. It's considered a pretty nice area, right off of Covington Garden Drive.
I'm aware. I've heard of Apollo Beach.
Yep, it's next to houses, that go up to the millions. My daughter was jogging right before the street lights came on. She had an 8th grade graduate shirt on, an 8th grade graduate, because it was June after her 8th grade year. And she was jogging because she actually swims year-round. She's an athlete. And she was actually being watched by a gentleman. We didn't know that. And luckily, our neighborhood all had Ring cameras. And so she actually called her friend, and she said, there's somebody that I see that's making me feel kind of creeped out. And her friend on the phone was like, you need to turn around. You need to go home, jog home. And so while on the phone with her friend, this person had somehow planned to be behind a tree, and he had actually jumped out from behind a tree and attacked my kid, who was like 5'5", maybe 110 pounds. Oh. And here's the thing that I want to emphasize. I've been working in mental health for 15 years. I have warned my kids from like 3 years old. You stay together, watch out for the white vans, you don't cross a parking lot, without being aware of your surroundings.
Be careful the clown in the sewer.
Seriously. I actually used to live in Bangor, Maine. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
I've been. So I was very, I felt like they had a lot of good stranger danger, that sort of thing. When she had this happen to her, she actually trusted her intuition. She felt the butterflies go off. And when he grabbed her from behind and covered her mouth and her throat, she fought like a demon. And the reason I know that is because I saw the Ring cameras. You can literally see the square of her phone.
When did this happen? A couple of years ago?
A couple of years ago off of Covington Garden Road between Lake St. Clair and Waterset. And she beat the crap out of him.
Wow.
Beat the crap out of him.
Did this make the news?
But no, we actually... So this is what I wanted to share.
Wow, go ahead. Oh, no, we losing Pauline again? We need some better cell towers out in Apollo Beach.
Right.
All right, Pauline, are you there?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, you dropped out. All right, quickly, tell us the final point.
So the final point is this. Working in mental health, unless somebody's actually hurt somebody before and been convicted of it, they can actually be called not competent to be punished, not competent to be guilty.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to this guy. He had a mental health issue, okay? And he was not able to be even charged.
But he's a danger to society. Hopefully they institutionalized him, or did they set him free again?
No, they set him free.
Oh,
It's
son of
not
a...
him.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wanted to share. There's a lot more people with mental health issues and sex trafficking. And this is Apollo Beach, which is a pretty nice area.
It is, yeah.
You would expected this to happen here. And I work in mental health. I work as a counselor. And I can tell you for like every, 50 people, at least one person might have a mental health condition that might contribute to that kind of impulsivity.
Pauline, great story. I'm sorry it happened to your daughter, and man, she did fight like hell, it sounds like, and got away.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to share is like, she could have frozen, and that would have been okay in mental health, that it happens. But I would say you fight for your life. You fight. If there's a possibility you can get away, fight for your life and get the heck away. So.
It's like the woman in the gym. Remember that story a few months ago?
Yeah.
The woman in the gym who the guy you just watched.
Yes.
She fought that guy.
That gym in downtown that locked behind her, and the guy kind of snuck in the door.
And she went all ninja on him. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Pauline,
I know that to my daughter, and I'm like, you know what? This is what you need to tell your girlfriends. This is what you need to, just remember. Unfortunately, she's still stressed about that. But what kills me is that she had an 8th grade graduate shirt on. And like, what is wrong with people?
Yeah. Roxanne, you had a question?
I was just going to mention, Pauline, that's such an important message for your daughter that she fought like hell. And I've showed my kids videos of a story we covered on the MJ Morning Show about a little girl who was abducted. Her abductor tried to take her off her front porch in South Florida. And you see the video of her fighting. And I'm like, this is what you have to do if anyone tries to come at you. Aside, obviously, run is the first answer. But
Right.
yeah, that's amazing that your daughter did that.
Pauline, thanks. Give props to your daughter for us, and thank you for listening and calling.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Andrew, should I grab the last one here? Yes? All right, Gloria, quickly. Final call on this. Gloria, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how are you? I was calling because I was when I was listening to a story, I'm like, they have a little kid that is probably not a child. Maybe they were trying to hurt the girls, thinking they saw them take a little kid, or just trying to get like a 3-for-1 deal and grab 3 people instead of one.
Yeah, but we don't even know if it was a real kid in the car. No one saw the kid. It was just weird,
Yeah, and I'm like, you wonder if there was a kidnapping also around that time, and they thought that the girl saw something, or they just figured the kid would be the excuse that they could get the girls near the car and grab them. And
Any way you slice it, weird all the way around. Gloria, thanks for the call. Wow. From the original story, from the 2 women we had on, the niece of one of our employees here with the scare on the Courtney Campbell, to Pauline just calling in with her daughter's harrowing event. Wow. That's unbelievable. All right, shifting gears. Do I need to go to shift gears here on the show?
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. All right, so we got a couple of weird stories. Did you see the police report? A woman has been arrested after smashing a bag of dog poop in the lady's face.
What's that called?
Yeah. Bleep faced?
Yeah,
yes.
I guess so, yeah.
So right here in the Tampa Bay area, you got to be another one of these. This is unbelievable. So we have a woman facing a felony rap after she allegedly shoved a bag of dog poop into the face of an elderly neighbor. Let's say hello to Callie Robertson, who's 28 years old. She was arrested earlier this week after an argument, confrontation, at a mobile home park right here in Pinellas County, where she and the 76-year-old victim, they live in separate, I guess, mobile homes in the mobile home park. According to the complaint, which is charging this Callie Robertson, she has been charged with battery on a victim 65 years or older. She apparently became upset with the neighbor Danielle Powell, who would always speak with her while she was walking the dog. So Robertson, according to police, took an unsecured bag of dog poop and pushed it into Powell's face, leaving stuff smeared on her face. Oh my God. The dog waste bag matched those in the defendant's possession. She was charged, admitted to the battery, according to the Pinellas Park police report. Can you imagine taking a dog, you got the little pooper scooper bag, the little cleanup bag.
Yeah, sure.
And you take the bag and smash it into a 78-year-old woman's face? What are you kidding? All right, Froggy.
Sorry, what did you picture when you laid it out like that?
I'm sorry. 76 years old. Holy crap.
That's bad.
Anyway, Robertson did bond out from the Pinellas County Jail earlier this week on a $2,500 bond and has pleaded not guilty yesterday to third-degree felony. When you screw with the elderly, those 65 and older, there are enhanced charges.
Yes.
And this is a dog poop in the face enhanced charge going on right here. Oh, man, just a bunch of weird stuff. And, speaking of poop, well, not real. With the little tornado that rolled through, we had a couple of issues. We had, did they determine it was like 2 or 3 that spun up with the bad weather late, the night before and early yesterday morning? And what was that? That would have been like on Wednesday night into Thursday.
Yeah, I saw 2 tornadoes, but they jumped. I mean, the one in Crystal River traveled 6 miles.
Right. So you had Crystal River, but then you had North Clearwater Beach,
that
and
jumped.
Then you had Dunedin,
which was the same.
So is that the same one? It kind of hopped and skipped.
I saw the line, and it jumped off of the causeway, off of the El Dorado area of Clearwater Beach, hopped over the intercoastal, and then landed again in Dunedin. So I saw 2 tornadoes, and they were F2s?
I think EF2s.
EF2s.
Yeah, they
Okay.
changed the Fujita became now it's the enhanced, so it's the EF and EF2, which those are kind of rare around here, that kind of a tornado. But did you see in Dunedin, I guess once the North Clearwater jumped to Dunedin, did you see it like flung a porta potty into the air and it ripped the door off a porta potty and the door was stuck like 35 feet up on a light pole in a shopping center parking lot in Dunedin? Did you see which porta potty company it was?
It was like Johnny on the spot or something? Or?
Nope.
Was it the crapper one?
No. Hey, well, no.
Turds Are Us?
No. It was Duty Calls.
That's funny.
I've seen those before.
Yes, it's like DOODI. Hey, Fessa, go to Google. Let's see if we can call their office quickly.
Sure.
Let's see let's see if we can get an update on their porta potty that was flung by the tornado with the door with the big sticker that says Duty Calls. I think they're right here in Pinellas. I think the actual Duty Calls company. I just started seeing those. I don't know how long they've been around.
I saw a truck filled with them.
Oh, with Duty Calls?
Yeah, I thought that's a clever name.
So one of these porta potty company, it's Duty Calls.
All right, duty-calls.com. They talk about emergency response. Here's all their...
Yeah. Look, that's it. It's DOODI. You'll probably see these at events. I see them at construction sites in my neighborhood because they're building a bunch of houses, in South Tampa.
All right, this is a really big company.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, it looks like it's statewide, maybe.
Hang on, service areas. So, yeah. Oh, they're all over the state. I tell you what, let's find the local office. So let's go back and Fessa, let's find the Google.
Yeah.
No. Actually, no. Go back and spell it properly in the box.
Yeah.
Because it'll bring up the local office.
DDY.
DOO. It's not Dottie. It's DOODIE. Duty Calls.
DOO.
Oh my God! See, Fester.
It'd be great.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what I want right there. Okay, they're open now. Duty Calls. They're Carillon Parkway.
Right here.
They're right here.
Right down the road here and say, all right, let me call them up. Let me call up Duty Calls.
While you're doing that, what would be a great movie is if it was about tornadoes and they swooped up a whole bunch of porta potties just spilling their contents.
Hey, hang on one
sec. We could call it Turdnado.
Thank you for calling receptionist.
All right, so Fester, do me a favor. Pick up line 2 and see if you can get Duty Calls. And let's see if we can speak to someone live on the air about their Duty Calls.
I'm getting an operator. I'm getting a dispatch operator.
Well, see if we can talk to someone on the air. How far did that porta potty fly, depositing the duty calls porta potty door 35 feet up on a light pole in a parking lot at a shopping center in Dunedin?
Did you say you're getting a dispatch apparator?
I might have. Here.
But is anyone picking up over duty calls?
No, I'm getting the music.
Now you're on.
I'm on hold.
You're on musical hold. Yeah, because the Google thing says they're open right now.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
This is Fester from the MJ Morning Show. And I'm off the air right now, but I wanted to see if there's somebody I could talk with regarding the duty calls door that was flung off of the, I guess, the unit at the tornadoes up in Pinellas or up in Dunedin yesterday.
Can we talk to Ryan?
Yeah, the one that was on the light pole.
Yes.
Can we talk to
Can
him
we talk
about
to
it?
him on the air real quick?
Is this all right? Hold on. I'm gonna put you on hold. You're gonna be on the air with MJ. Okay.
So it's Ryan.
All right, hold on.
All right, hang on a minute. This is great.
Is that okay?
All right.
We're talking about it right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the air.
I said we got your number off of the.
Yeah, off the Googles.
Just tell us what you.
All right.
Listen, whatever you have.
Yeah, listen, I just want to talk about duty. I just want to say duty.
Let's do
All
both.
right.
Tell MJ what you know, and I want to talk to who you know. Okay. All right. Hold on for me.
All right, put him on hold. All right. Got.
Why are you asking me?
Hey, Ryan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Ryan, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so Ryan, pretty good advertising for duty calls with your door stuck up on a light pole from the tornado.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Advertisement.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's great advertising. So obviously the porta potty was destroyed. How much are those? What do they cost?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We have a company that makes them for us.
Yep.
So
How long has duty calls been around? How long has the company been around?
I believe we started in 2019 with like 7 units in one truck, and we've grown in the past 3 years.
Yeah, it's been explosive, like explosive. Oh, no, better not so. Anyway, what advertising? Has that been the talk of the company, that it's all over the news and all over social media that your duty calls porta potty door was flung up onto a light pole?
Yeah, we had a lot of people sending it in and a lot of calls about it, so that was kind of fun. Yeah.
Is there
not too much fun for the guy that had to go get it from the light pole, though?
Oh man! Now, where was the rest of the porta potty? Do you know what happened to it?
I don't. I'm in the office, so those are people that are out on the field.
Well,
I
listen.
didn't hear anything about the.
So if anyone needs a porta potty, call Duty Calls, right?
Duty calls. That's right.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on, man.
No problem. Thank you guys.
All right.
Have a great day. Yeah, so it's the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM, okay?
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
I can't believe how quick that 3 years has been around. Jeez.
No, it's a new company.
Wow.
That's why I said I think it's a newer company. It's only been
Taking
around.
over.
It's been around for 2019 is 4 years.
Instead of that stupid podcast, we should have started a crap carrying company.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, right.
And this is very good content because you guys are full of crap all the time. So
Hey, mister.
That's why your eyes are so dark. You're full of crap up to here.
Hey, on a really serious note, just a quick mention. I'd feel remiss. There is, hopefully nothing happens, but there is the story floating around that Hamas has called for a global day of jihad here on Friday the 13th.
Oh, great.
To attack and, around the world. So,
awesome.
People I'm sure have seen this on social media. It's been in news reports, saw it multiple places last night. So just a heads up. Here on this Friday the 13th. All right, 8:44 at the MJ Morning Show. And, a couple other things here before I take the break. Bucks are number one, folks. This is amazing. Did you see the latest? Number one. Bucks are number one. Let's go. Bucks are number one.
Go.
Bucks are number one.
Go, Bucks, go.
No, Bucks are number one, stupid.
Oh, sorry. Number one.
Yes.
Let me guess in what?
What are the Bucks number one in?
People having meth overdoses in the stands. I bet you we're pretty high.
No, we're not.
We may not be number one, but Kansas City's probably number one. Missouri's full of meth. But
Yep. Guess what? And,
I know what it is.
Folks thought that the loss of Tom Brady was going to completely torpedo the team. No, Bucks are number one, folks. Even without Tom Brady, Bucks are number one in
Number of strip clubs to celebrate at after a Bucks victory.
That's a fact.
It's a pretty good guess.
That's
but
true. All right,
but incorrect.
So this week, I would guess jersey sales.
No.
Oh, okay, because this is creamsicle week.
All right, here we go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers rank number one for the most expensive beer in the entire NFL.
$12.
Glazers are raking it in, aren't they?
What's up with that?
From trailer parks in Rochester to expensive beer here at the stand. So, yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are coming in on average. A beer at a Bucs game will cost you $12. Wow. Second place, San Francisco 49ers and Buffalo Bills. They're tied. Then you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, also tied as well. So you got three ties in second place. Coming in at $11.50 on average. It's the 49ers, the Bills, the New Orleans Saints, and the Jaguars. So there you go. But look, number one, baby. Wow. Tampa Bay, number one for beer price.
Do they sell liquor at those games?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, they have a club level, and they have boxes, I guess, where you can get liquor. But not up and down the stands. People don't walk up the stands. Get your Jack Daniels here.
I mean, I can't. How do you drink beer at a football game? You go in the bathroom like every. I don't like beer.
Hold on. How do you drink beer? That is like the number one thing to do at 32 football stadium. Actually, the Jets and the Giants play in the same place. Is that the only one where there's duplication?
The LA teams play in the same stadium.
I'm just saying. I mean,
the Chargers the Chargers, San Diego.
No.
So you got the LA Rams.
The Chargers have moved to Los Angeles.
Oh, that's right. The LA. That's
6 years ago.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
6 years ago. This guy thinks he knows sports.
All right. So, number one. Tampa Bay, most expensive beer.
That doesn't sound right. Tampa shouldn't be the most expensive for beer.
I don't think it should.
It just shows you everything's getting more expensive around this Tampa Bay area.
It is. Rents are through the roof. We have among the highest rent, as far as the way it's calculated. We have among the highest rent increases. And, as far as the ratio of income to rent prices, it's among the highest in the country. All right, 8:47 at the MJ Morning Show. There is this crazy phobia. I never heard of this until last night. There's a fear of essentially everything, and there's a name for it. There is a name for this. You're not going to believe the fear. This is a fear of an object. And let me give you a hint. Kids love to play with these. The kids, anyway, I don't want to give too much away. But this woman has a fear of this. You got to hear what it is. Also, the latest on Mary Lou Retton. Oh, remember the judge that during the murder trial was caught like on her phone doing all kinds of texting and not even paying attention to the trial?
There was a court camera behind her.
Yes.
Saw everything she did.
That caught her texting and was on the phone.
Playing Wordle.
Oh, doing all kinds of crap in the middle of a murder trial. We have an update on that. That's a crazy story. And, Taylor Swift was at the Chiefs game last night doing all
who gives a turkey?
But I'm telling you, they must alert her. Hey, Taylor, we're going to have you on TV in 3, 2, 1. Because then she does all the, she's doing all like the gestures and everything.
They go to her after Kelsey has a big play. Before the game, they went to her, and it was like before and after with Taylor Swift talking to Kelsey's mother. It was like Taylor Swift looking in a mirror 40 years from now.
Pretty sure she's not going to look like that.
I mean, blonde, long, scraggly hair, kind of haggard looking. That is Taylor Swift, not too far away.
Quick break. Back in a minute. And we got another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. You want to make sure you're listening to our 9 o'clock hour every day. Plus the fact, with the big Billy Joel and Sting announcement, we're going to be giving away tickets all next week. All next week, we've got tickets to Billy Joel and Sting at Ray J on Feb 24. The only time Billy Joel and Sting will actually perform together, same venue, same night. We've got tickets all next week, and I'm going to do them in the 9 o'clock hour. So you definitely want to be listening to the show next week. All right, hold on. Back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. and I didn't spoil the big announcement. I've known for a while. I almost blurted out on Wednesday's show that, man, the big announcement, it's Billy Joel and Sting at Ray J. But Andrew, our producer, stopped me because I might have blown up the whole promotional deal because we're giving away free Billy Joel and Sting tickets all next week here on the MJ Morning Show. Going to be in the 9 o'clock hour. So in retrospect, probably a good thing I didn't, wreck the relationship with the concert promoter by making the big announcement prematurely.
Probably.
Eh.
Why don't you go back to sleep?
That's all you guys have to do is just okay, I'll just move along.
I would rather be, listen, it's a big deal because this is the only concert they're doing together. I mean, when I heard that they were going to announce a concert, first thing was like, who cares? In the sense that we have concerts at Ray J all the time. But Billy Joel and Sting are only appearing one night. It's not like they're doing a whole tour. Billy Joel toured the country or toured the world with Elton John. It's not like that. This is the only Billy Joel Sting concert, which is why it was such a significant.
Who cares? Can we talk about something important? Please.
Sure.
Yes.
What's
that?
Bigfoot has been found.
Whoa.
All right. Now, who cares about Billy Joel and Austin?
Sting.
Sting. Austin.
Or Austin Powers.
Sting. Do you know what band was Sting in?
I know. Who are you asking?
I'm asking you.
The Police.
Okay, I'm just checking.
You got me tickets to see him live.
Who did?
You.
When?
And I remember, I don't know, like 15 years ago, and then I brought you back a $100 T-shirt from Michelle.
I don't. Oh, that's right. Yes, you did. All right. So, Froggy, listen. I was passing over on.
Yeah.
Is this the Bigfoot sighting in Colorado?
Yes, and it's finally happened.
No, it's a phony.
What are you? No, it's not. It's on real news site.
No,
CNN.
No, it's not. Well, no, it is. I mean,
all right. So Fox News, Bigfoot caught on camera.
Look,
no,
questionable if that's real news, but.
Oh my God!
The Denver Post, Bigfoot in Colorado.
Yes, on the middle of a field, a train went by and saw Bigfoot. It has happened, people.
No,
Bigfoot is alive, and he's probably going to rip your face off.
No, all right. What are you, in the new Joey B? Remember Joey B, our old producer on the MJ Morning Show?
I saw a Bigfoot.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah. He always saw, he claimed he saw one.
He saw one on I-95 in South Carolina. It was like right over the Georgia-South Carolina line going north on 95, and he had to go to the bathroom. So his friends pulled over, and he's like down the embankment on the side of I-95. I think it was named the Great P.D. River. Get it? So, and he claims he saw a Bigfoot running through. Come on. That's where we got
I've always believed him.
Yeah. Well,
I saw a Bigfoot.
Anyway, no.
And so did a bunch of other people on a train.
All right, listen, I'm not spending much more time on this.
You see how good he's camouflaged? That's how they adapt to their surroundings.
Listen to me.
It's amazing.
Even a Bigfoot hunting organization said it's not real.
I know.
Listen, this is crazy. So, somebody claims they saw a Bigfoot. Laura Parker posted a video online that she claims shows Bigfoot, Sasquatch, in a kind of a rocky area, and he's like popping a squat, and they captured some video, but no. Matthew Moneymaker, who is the head of the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, and he's the former host of the Animal Planet TV show Finding Bigfoot.
I watched that.
He told the New York Post that, no, this is not a real sighting.
What does he know?
He said that, in particular, the outfit or whatever the heck this Bigfoot looked like, he said, quote, looks suspiciously like a $200 Jack Link's beef jerky costume.
No, that Jack Link's guy is always at our conventions at the Jack Link's booth, and that thing is real looking.
No,
that thing is not $200.
Dude, you've got a Bigfoot organization saying that this is a hoax.
Whatever.
And it's somebody running around in a costume.
Okay,
so they're just out there every day waiting for somebody on the train to see him?
You know what? Probably that's what they're trying to do here. Yes.
No.
Dude, yes.
It's Sasquatch.
It's not. Listen.
Bigfoot.
You think this is the biggest story of the week?
Dude, of the year.
Yeah, of the year.
The week? What are you talking about?
Maybe our lifetime.
Just changes everything we ever thought.
Yeah, so this thing, if you know the area, this was spotted not far from Durango. This was in the Animas River Canyon, which is between Silverton and Durango. I've driven that. It's beautiful up there. That's near Ojai. What's the name? Yeah, it's just on the other side of the ridge from where.
Yeah, ask the Bigfoot about the geography. He can tell you everything.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, listen, Froggy, it's some dude in a costume that was trying to obviously get people on they knew what time the train, it's like an Amtrak or something that goes by at the same time all the time.
Liar.
So they get into a Bigfoot costume to try to get people say, oh my God, do you see that? And it worked. Somebody took video, then posted it online, and now we're talking about it. It's not a real big freaking foot, okay?
Be a pessimist.
I wish it was.
All right, are you ready for this new phobia?
Yes.
Dude, you just delayed me like 5 minutes with this important phobia story.
This is more important. Bigfoot's alive.
Do you know? Stop.
Is the phobia of Bigfoot?
No. Do you know that there are people that have a fear of stickers?
Ooh.
Stickers, like a bumper sticker, like a sticker on a package, like a price sticker.
They give out stickers in dance class. If you do good in class, they can put them on your hand.
The little kitty stickers, the sticker books, and that's why I gave a little clue earlier. Kids love these things.
You get them at the pediatrician. Yep.
Stickers.
They're everywhere.
Little stickers. There are people that are afraid of stickers. I never heard of this in my life, and there's a name for the damn thing.
Stickophobia?
No, but hey, listen.
Lickostickophobia?
So, lickostickophobia. All right, listen to this. This is a woman who's afraid of stickers, and I found this on YouTube after I saw the actual current story. This is a couple of years old. Listen to this.
Some of you may know I have patachianophobia, which is the fear of stickers.
There's a name for it. It's patachianophobia.
Some of you may know I have patachianophobia, which is the fear.
Patachianophobia. It's PITTAKIONOPHOBIA. Patachianophobia is the fear of stickers. All right, listen to this.
Some of you may know I have patachianophobia, which is the fear of stickers. Let's face our fears. Don't you do me dirty. Oh. I'm touching.
Look, she's like gagging.
I did it. I'm gonna go cry right now, though, because I don't want this on here anymore, because now I'm grossed out.
So she was holding a sticker, and she's like freaking out over the sticker. So that's an older YouTube video that I found online, partially because I wanted to know how the hell you pronounce PITTAKIONOPHOBIA. Patachianophobia. So how does this affect people? Like this other woman, the story I actually saw, the news story, is she can't eat fruit that have stickers on them.
She's an idiot. Give me a break, dude. This is just like looking for problems.
I mean, most all fruit has stickers on.
Yeah.
Like Chiquita banana, and you get the little
apples. They all do. Yeah.
The Chiquita sticker, which says like Guatemala or
Right.
Honduras, where the thing was harvested.
Right, but it's only one sticker per bundle.
Sometimes you get two.
Like apples.
I've had more.
Apples, every one of
Yeah,
them.
every
sometimes.
apple has that little sticker. Avocados.
Avocados, yep.
Yeah, avocados have the sticker.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, this lady, and you know where avocados are from, right?
Avocados from Mexico.
Yeah.
Avocados from Mexico.
That's enough.
Avocados from Mexico.
Is it stuck? Okay, it's stuck.
I'm looking at a picture of the woman who doesn't eat fruit.
Yeah.
She apparently eats everything else.
Her name.
Everything else.
Her name.
Wow.
No stickers on Twinkies. All right, so
That's a big lady.
So, Anna Smith Higgs is the woman, and she has this patachianophobia. She's afraid of stickers. I've never heard of this. Come on. You think there's anyone listening to the show right now that's afraid of a sticker? I doubt it.
No, that's very odd.
It is.
Is there a fear of fears? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Phobia?
Is that like when you were a kid and your mom had like the mirror on the vanity and then a mirror behind, then you try to look at yourself in the mirror, in the mirror, in the mirror, in the mirror, in the mirror?
Infinity?
Yeah. Infinity mirror?
And then you do Bloody Mary.
Hold on. The fear of fear is phobophobia?
That would make sense.
That's what I guessed.
Yeah.
What?
I guessed that, didn't I?
How is there a fear of fear?
I just
Well,
said
I mean, it is frightful.
phobophobia.
What if you have the fear of having fear of fear?
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good.
Phobophobia?
If there's anyone listening that's afraid of stickers, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Anyway, I just thought that was insane. Are you ready for the 910 must-hear story of the day at 910?
We must hear it.
What if you have 910-phobia?
Well, 910-phobia is when I'm running late with the story.
I'm
Is that
afraid
it?
of this story.
Just afraid of whatever the hell I'm going to say at 910. Selfies. Are you ready for some selfie science? Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
Roxanne. Oh, yeah. You heard me do the teaser, huh?
Mm-hmm. I did.
Oh, so you're telling me you didn't look this up?
No, I didn't. I promise. I'm all yours.
So, selfies, according to the science, selfies do make women appear slimmer versus another type of photo. Selfies tend to make individuals appear slimmer than other camera angles. According to a new study, participants exhibiting symptoms of disordered eating were more inclined to perceive women as significantly slimmer in their selfies compared to a general group. So I wonder if it's the way that selfies are taken on the angle. A lot of times, it's done like kind of like up or you kind of crick or stick your neck out. That's an old trick. Like if you want to have your face thinner, is you crane your neck. It's like.
Yeah.
I'm doing it on MJ TV.
But you push your neck out.
I look like a spaz over here, but you just kind of take a picture and you put your neck out so it kind of stretches your neck skin back. So if you have the propensity for a double chin or something, it kind of will or I don't know if it'll take care of a really bad turkey waddle like John Goodman or something, but
no, probably not him. But
I wonder too if it has to do with the phone itself. Do iPhone, I know you're not an iPhone guy, but do they slender you up or something with a selfie right in front of your face?
I have my brand new Pixel 8. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right, so say it again, please. I'm sorry.
Is it the actual camera phone that is making us look distorted? Because I don't think people necessarily look like they're selfies. I think it does elongate you.
Or the type of lens or, the focal length. Listen, who the heck knows? But listen, there is science now that says that selfies do make women appear slimmer. Yeah, but also they say consequently, they also say that these women are at greater risk of negative impacts from viewing selfies as opposed to other photographs. So it kind of gives you a distorted little view versus many other potential photographs. So I was just mentioning you mentioned the iPhone, and I don't have an iPhone. I have never had an iPhone. I don't want an iPhone, but I did receive, and I'm holding this up to MJ TV, I did receive Michelle has one too. We just got our brand new Pixel 8 Pros from the Google store yesterday.
That's cool.
And so far, so good. I'll take it out of the case. I'll hold it up here. So if you're watching MJ TV or if you're going to watch it later on, you can always watch us live during the show or go back and watch the replay. If you go to mjmorningshow.com and then you click on MJ TV, you can just watch the entire show live in studio. This is it. I'm really happy. So far, so good. Everything transferred over very nicely. I had to re-log into all my password secured stuff, the banking stuff and, my frequent flyer mile crap and, stalking the family on Life 360. I had to log back into everything. But so far, it's a really nice phone. And I'm not a bare cell phone user. I don't get that. The people that walk around with no case, I don't get that.
Danger.
It really is. And, I wasn't going to even start using the case I wasn't going to start using the phone unless my case got here. So I ordered the case and I went with the Ring Key, made in South Korea. And it was cheap. This was $12.99 for their top, military grade shockproof case. And I'm
sorry I brought up your phone.
Yeah. It arrived on Tuesday, and my phone came here on Thursday. So I was ready to put my phone inside my case. Anyway, so I'm glad you asked. I do like my new Pixel 8.
Back to selfies. You know what I did the other day? I to tell you guys this is really weird. I did one of those apps where you turn yourself into a guy. I'd never done it.
No.
And I'm attracted to myself as a guy. Is that weird?
So you would do you? So you're saying you as a guy, you would do you? Is that it?
It's very unsettling.
So why
the whole
wouldn't
thing was unsettling.
Why wouldn't you share this with us to put on social media or on our website?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's already deleted.
I got to see that.
What is it? Come on, recreate it. Come on, you hold back.
I'm so sick of that. I'm sick of you lecturing me during breaks about holding back.
You hold
I literally
back.
come out of this show daily like I've been wrung through a ringer of emotional revealing. Like if we're going to compare and do a metaphor, I'm sitting here naked and you guys are in parkas and winter clothes. That's how much I reveal.
I'm in a scuba dry suit with a Bell helmet on. Anyway, so share the selfie with us of
Come on.
you as a man. Come on.
Look at all the videos I'm putting up every day of MJ doing his dance. Everybody loves it. They'll love that just as much.
Have you seen the new video that Froggy did?
Have you seen my new work, MJ?
MJ, remember what were we talking about? We're talking about the Ozempic commercial.
Yes. No. It was the Jardiance commercial.
Jardiance,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes.
We were talking to my Instagram and look at my work.
We were talking about the Jardiance commercial and that lady running around talking about Jardiance, and I started doing like the Jardiance dance, and Froggy's now co-opted that clip and is now interspersing me with Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies and other like 1980s crazy like dance videos.
Look at this one. This is the best one.
Oh, you got me cut in with Grease now? He's got me cut in with Kaniki and Grease Lightning from.
Listen. My daughter is like a tough crowd. It takes a while to get her going, but she watches these MJ videos that you do, and she gives me like belly laughs. She is like on her in stitches.
Everybody loves
Froggy MJ Radio. Please check them out now. And you know what? Feel free to follow me, Froggy MJ Radio on Instagram.
Right. Hey, so Festa, what did you want to say about Al Michaels on Amazon's Thursday Night Football and the Chiefs game and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? What do you want to say?
So Al Michaels, professional broadcaster, a legend, he's calling the game last night. It's what the Broncos. And
Nobody calls a game like Al Michaels.
I think he's the best.
How old is he?
He's
like
1,000.
But he still has it. He still sounds great. All right, go ahead.
So Al Michaels is calling the game. It's the Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City, I think they won the game. I ended up shutting it off early.
Oh, you think they won the game? Oh, look at this. Oh, Taylor Swift brought good luck to the Chiefs again, and this supposed boyfriend, Travis Kelce. No, she didn't. The Broncos suck. All right, go ahead.
So while the camera cut to Taylor several times, Al didn't want any part of it. He really didn't address it.
He's over the shenanigans. I mean, all the folks that are saying this whole Taylor Swift thing in the NFL, it's just ridiculous. It's a terrible distraction. NBC a couple of weeks ago embarrassed themselves. They cut away to Taylor Swift during the NBC Sunday night game 17 times to show Taylor Swift with her, manufactured.
Okay, I don't know that Prime was too far off on that number.
Really?
So in the fourth quarter, something else happens, and they cut to Taylor Swift.
Oh, no.
And Al addresses it.
And, of course, looking on is at the moment, his good buddy and girlfriend, Taylor Swift, who makes the catch here. It's a game of 3.
That's it. His good buddy and girl. You can see so dismissive of it.
It's almost like the producer was saying, Al, mention her. Al? The producer's in his ear going, Al, mention Taylor Swift. Al,
acknowledge her.
We're almost done with the game and you haven't mentioned Taylor Swift. No. Acknowledge Taylor Swift, Al. And he's like begrudgingly.
It wasn't the producer. Jeff had the Bezos switch. It gets right into Al's ear.
Oh,
Al, this is Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos can get right in Al's ear whenever he wants.
Anytime.
He's on a yacht off of Mallorca. And so Bezos is with the home wrecking girlfriend off they're engaged now, right, or something?
It ain't her fault.
Yeah.
Mention Taylor. Okay, Jeff. Fine.
Hey, Mary Lou Retton. Do we have a medical update on her? But Mary Lou Retton's daughter. It's just so weird to say Mary Lou Retton's daughter, who's like an adult. Because I still see Mary Lou Retton in my head as that teenage phenom at the 84 LA Olympics, you know?
She has a daughter who's your kid's age.
It's crazy.
Because you guys are the same age.
Yeah, she's 55.
Why is your mic not printing? You're sounding
Is
all...
it not?
No, you just sound all low and you're not
Oh,
projecting.
I wasn't looking at... I was looking down. I'm still...
Anyway, so as of last night, as of the story I saw last night, the donation page is now at over $375,000, well beyond the goal of the original $50,000. Now, if you don't know, Mary Lou Retton has some rare pneumonia, and she's in the hospital with tubes jammed up and all kinds of stuff. So, and she doesn't have insurance. That's the deal. She's got no health insurance.
How does she not have any insurance?
I don't know. It's just weird.
You think she's somehow employed or somebody she's connected to is employed?
But Mary Lou Retton's daughter, the whole family, they're like overwhelmed with the outpouring of support. And listen, I want nothing but the best for Mary Lou Retton. I hope she pulls through. But they were saying that it's life-threatening.
She was so excited to hear about the money. She said that if she didn't have all these tubes hooked up to her, she would do a flip.
All right, final break, and then All right, Fester, come on.
Awful.
It is.
What?
Because Fester, you're just an awful human
What,
being.
because I made a flipped Mary Lou Retton
All right.
joke?
When we get back, the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, got a lot of ground to cover. There's one other weird local story that I think needs a little bit of noticing on here. And a woman down in South Florida driving a car, and this is a really ballsy move. You're not going to believe this. And then she lied to the cops. So the FHP's involved in this. Man, this is a crazy story. And this is a warning to any motorist here in the state of Florida. We will explain in just a matter of moments as we have a lot of stuff. Final chunk and just a lightning round of a lot here on the MJ Morning Show. Next here on Q105, Don't Move. Now, if your carpets are... It's been a pretty good week overall. I thought today was a great program. I was remarkably entertained by today's show. We had the highs, the lows. We had, the emotions. We had the laughter. We had a little bit of everything on today's program. Mary Lou Retton and tubes and everything. And, obviously, by the way, the Mary Lou Retton fundraiser is now almost $400,000. The goal was $50,000. And right now it's at $398,107 as of the last refresh just a moment ago.
All right, what's the cap on this thing?
No cap. It's capless.
Yeah,
it's limitless, like the pasta at Olive Garden.
Wow,
it's endless.
It's the endless pasta bowl fundraiser for Mary Lou Retton, and we wish her the best. All right, let's lightning round a bunch of stuff in no particular order, and then Fester, we got to hightail it out of here because let me see if my Delta flight is on time.
The weather's not looking good. I heard it's canceled.
We stop. It's not. Weather's fine.
This is your pilot speaking.
Let me see if I'm
canceled.
Let me see if I'm still on time here. See where's
we got plenty of time. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm just checking. All right, here we go. Yep, on time. Where's my plane? It should be in the air right now because
that'll change.
This flight's coming from LaGuardia. Yeah, this lands. I can look at flight. Yeah, so my flight is inbound. It looks like it's over I don't know. Oh, it looks like it's over like Land O'Lakes right now. It should be on the ground here momentarily.
You're gonna have some nice, comfortable turbulence up there.
Hey, folks, what's gonna happen in New York this weekend? What'd you say?
He said you're gonna have some nice, comfortable turbulence.
I love turbulence. Puts me to sleep. And it's very cloudy. You know what that means? Bumpity bump.
No, it doesn't. So Michelle and I are headed to New York right after the show. See Julian, got some stuff to do. And, I'm taking Julian out for probably his best omakase experience tonight.
Oh, I'm jealous.
What is that? Like a judo fight?
So I got reservations tonight. New York, the omakase sushi scene has exploded, and I'm a connoisseur of some of the top New York City, Los Angeles, and Tokyo omakase. What do you say?
Why don't you take Julian out for a Japanese massage and give him a couple of other experiences?
Can we stop it?
Come on, let's broaden this chap's horizons.
Does his back hurt?
Tonight in Manhattan, I'm taking Julian out for omakase, which essentially omakase in Japanese translates into trust me.
Yeah.
So you sit down and the chef just hands you stuff. So we've got I think a 17 or 18 course omakase tonight. And I'll take some pictures. And folks, if you want to see what the hell's going to happen in New York City this weekend as I take a little trip or whatever happens on my Instagram, give me a follow. If you don't follow me, you want to see some sushi tonight? Give me a follow.
Oh, who doesn't want to see pictures of sushi?
And everything else. Hey, Michelle wrapped in bandages like a mummy. All right. Go to my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Hey, speaking of food. Now, Michelle and I, we saw the first season and we really enjoyed it. Speaking of food and restaurants and any idea what I'm talking? Which show? We saw season 1 of
Hell's Kitchen.
The Bear.
Man versus food.
What,
The Bear.
I don't know. I haven't seen the show.
You don't know
I've never even heard of the show.
You never heard with The Bear?
No. A bear is a large gay man.
It's a...
That's what a bear is. If you say
How do you think you're going that route?
How do you know that?
Well, everybody knows that. The bearded, big gay guy.
I mean, they hit on me. I'm there.
And the little gay guys are a twink.
Anyway.
Right.
That's what they are. And they enjoy that name.
All right. Anyway, so The Bear, we enjoyed season number 1. We have not started season number 2. Is that Hulu? Hey, just do a Google real quick.
Hulu.
I lose track of where all these things are, all the different streaming services, who's got what. And
Hulu's got a great documentary on the band
The Bear season 1 is on, it's on Hulu.
So I need to watch The Bear?
Yeah, The Bear is, you'll love it. It's a guy that takes over like this failing restaurant, and man, it's really, they're like 30-minute episodes. So season 1 was fantastic, and I've heard some people say season 2 was even better. I've heard some people say, nah, it doesn't live. I've heard, we haven't watched yet, so we got to watch that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, it's very popular. It's one of the most popular things on Hulu. The star Jeremy Allen White has to undergo daily alcohol testing. He won an award recently.
Oh, yeah, to see his kids, right?
Yeah.
Really?
He's got to undergo daily alcohol testing 5 days a week in order to see his daughters.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a raging alcoholic.
And he hosts the show?
No, it's not a cooking show. It's like a scripted.
He's the star.
Oh, I thought it was like a Anthony Bourdain.
No. This is like a drama. It's
Okay.
like it's a drama in a restaurant in Chicago, and it's called The Bear, and it's really good. Season 1, I haven't seen season 2 yet, but season 1 was great. Jeremy Allen White has to undergo alcohol testing in order to see his children, whom he shares with his estranged wife. Yeah, the Bear star 32 has reportedly agreed to be tested for alcohol up to 5 times a week when he has custody of his daughters, Ezra 4 and Dolores. Dolores! Who's 2. Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so don't drink when you see him, okay?
Yeah, if White does test positive for alcohol, he'll be retested 15 minutes later to make sure the test was accurate and it wasn't a false positive. So he's a raging alcoholic?
He has to be.
Wow.
I mean, I've heard a lot of custody situations. I've never heard of this one.
Every day.
5 times a week.
Yeah, a lot of what? A lot of custody?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you've heard of a lot of custard situations. Yeah, the Culver's is right down the street here.
By the way, you look like a big picture of orange Kool-Aid today.
You know what? I thought it would be a good idea to wear.
You said a picture. You mean a pitcher.
You son of a bitch. I said picture.
No, you said picture.
Whatever. You nitpicking son.
Well, both of them could have been appropriate because I look like a picture and a pitcher. I thought it'd be cool to wear my Buccaneers creamsicle throwback shirt. Yeah. I feel like a tangerine, like the fattest I feel like the Orange Bowl float.
Or just call him Guinness.
The Orange Bowl logo.
or Fester is the
great pumpkin,
or the world's. No, it's not quite a pumpkin orange. I don't know.
I don't know.
And anyway, so
Could be.
It's enormous.
Fester's the world's largest human creamsicle right now. Is what it is.
kidding.
Yeah.
You look delicious.
Looking forward to the game on Sunday. Bucks going to wear their uniforms that they lost all those games in.
Guys, I got a lightning round, and I hate leaving good stuff on the table. Update, you know the pilot that was accused of stalking the woman for years by throwing tomatoes out of the airplane onto her house in New York State?
Yeah.
He says that she's crazy. So
I'm sure.
But
he would know.
But the cops and the feds, they investigated. So is that his defense? She crazy.
She's nuts.
Yeah, the woman that accused this guy who's a senior citizen, a 65-year-old guy, of using his small Cessna aircraft to harass this woman for 4 years by throwing tomatoes at her house from the air from his little Cessna as he buzzed by. This guy says that the victim is crazy, unhinged, out of her mind. And he says, I don't even know her. She's crazy.
No.
Dude, if that's your defense, you better hone and refine that. Maybe come up with a different angle is what I'm thinking. This is funny. Speaking of the bear, speaking of bears, the bear, whatever. A bear went into a convenience store and took gummy bears.
Of all the things.
Oh, really? Come on. Is this real?
That's a joke.
Yeah. A Canadian bear was caught on security camera inside a Vancouver, Canada convenience store and took a pack of gummy bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a chicken coming in stealing a chicken leg.
Or the bear broke into the bakery and stole the bear claws.
Oh, the bears love it so. Even bears love Howdy Bo, or whatever that jingle is, whatever. Do you remember the woman who claimed that she was abducted on the side of the road up in, was that Alabama? Remember that?
Yeah, she faked the whole thing.
She claimed that she saw like a 3-year-old in diapers on the side of the road late at night.
Yeah.
And got out and then was kidnapped off the side of the road. I mean, crazy. And she made the whole thing up. It was all a complete twisted lie. So this Carly Russell was found guilty on Wednesday of faking her own kidnapping. Happened over the summer. And remember, the whole nation was talking about this. Today's Show, Good Morning America. And this missing woman, 26-year-old nursing student. Well, guess what? On Wednesday, she was convicted of filing a false police report and falsely reporting seeing a baby.
Good job, Alabama. The wheels of justice works fast.
Yeah, crawling alongside an Alabama highway. Anyway, she was convicted, and now she faces 1 year in prison. So I want to see some Alabama. I want to see some Alabama jam of justice here and throw her ass in jail for a year.
My cousin Vinny Justice.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen somebody get arrested and then go to trial and get convicted so quickly.
Russell nervously wrung her hands, according to AL.com, behind her back as she entered the not guilty plea for the crimes, despite publicly admitting the hoax for weeks. You had rescuers, search teams, looking for her. And this imaginary child in diapers that she saw crawling on the side of the road.
I mean, it's a good story.
She made it up.
I would pull over if I saw some poor little kid.
There was no little kid. There was no kid. There was no kidnapping.
I'm just saying, if you were to kidnap somebody, that might be a good way.
All right, so a judge up in Alabama, in Hoover, Alabama, recommended a 1-year prison sentence and restitution of $17,874. Wow. And right now, her team is planning to appeal, but she could face a year in jail. I think you let her stew for a year and let her think about her idiocy.
Her team? Her legal team?
Yeah.
Put her in the hole with Andy Dufresne.
All right, speaking of judges, speaking of court, that judge that was caught on her phone during a murder trial, you had a terrible story here where a toddler was murdered. And the trial's ongoing, and the judge was caught on the bench on her phone, and it was determined that she sent 500 texts and even called the dead boy's mom liar, liar, while she's sitting on the bench. She's texting this out. Yeah.
No pants on fire?
Oklahoma judge caught playing with her phone as a mother sobbed about the murder of her child faces a formal push to remove her from the bench. after it's come out now, she sent 500 texts.
Over a span of how much time? I know the trial goes on for however long.
Most of them were to the bailiff. She's texting the bailiff from the bench, liar, liar.
Is the bailiff just standing there off to the side chuckling? Like,
Whoa, I wonder if this happens more often than we realize.
So the judge, who is only on the bench since January, she was just sworn in, and she was caught on the surveillance footage back in June because the camera's like right over her bench. And you could see her just constantly playing with her phone during this trial for this awful story of what happened to a 2-year-old. What a mess. Yeah, get rid of this judge.
For real.
Texting twit.
I want to read the rest of the text.
Yeah. All right, you got to hear this. Final. Is this the final item here? I think it might be the final item.
That judge sounds like she's trying to be a comedian during it.
Yeah, and we got to give away the Party on the Plaza tickets here in just a minute. In fact, I'm going to do 2 sets. I'm going to do 2 pair.
Okay.
A Party on the Plaza, yeah. So this woman got pulled over. She had her car painted like a Florida Highway Patrol cruiser.
Was she insane?
Yes, apparently. But then she lies to the truth. Listen to this. This is a crazy story. 2 Florida Highway Patrol officers were traveling in the opposite direction, and they saw like a Dodge Charger painted like a Florida Highway Patrol car. They're like, that's not one of ours. What is this thing? So they take a Yui. They then race and catch up to this car, pull this woman over, and she's got a Dodge Charger, black and tan, the exact paint job, and it just has some security like badge on the side, and it says like FSO guard and to protect and serve. She's got a she's got a light bar, one of those very low profile light bars, and I'm sure it was just like an amber light bar, but she has it painted the exact color scheme of a Florida Highway Patrol black and tan cruiser.
There's more to this. There's got to be. I came really, really close to buying a car, like an old cop car from auction.
Right, but but FHP does not auction their cars.
I have seen FHP, the black Crown Vics and these Chargers, and they black out. They roll. They literally roll house.
They roll paint over the
it still has a tan top. And
it's not supposed to.
At the auction, they still leave them like this. If she bought this from auction and just touched up the original paint.
No. Those are stickers. She had a wrap company make the car. Yeah.
Okay, that's devious.
Hold on. But then she lied. When the cop pulled her over, she said, oh, yeah, we got it at the auction this way. And
okay, that's my story.
Yeah, but that wasn't it. She put stickers on the car, like the body wrap, to make it look like a Florida Highway Patrol car.
What's illegal about this?
Because it's
what? You can't act like you're a cop.
She's not.
It's illegal. It's a first-degree misdemeanor.
It says FSO guard on it.
It's because it's illegal because you're imitating this is a very specific scheme. There's no other car out there that looks like a Florida Highway Patrol trooper car, and you can't do it according to Florida statute. And then she lied to the cop. Oh yeah, we got it like this at auction. No, you didn't. You had it wrapped specifically. Oh, yeah, I'm a security company. And then she told the cop, yeah, I just love the color combination, is what she said.
Nobody likes that. It's the ugliest combination.
Anyway, folks, we got to roll. Before we get out of here, I got to go to the airport. Fester, get the car warmed up. All right? Make sure it starts.
Hey, the back
Get your driving gloves.
The back bench seat has heat and air. So,
and air.
I'm boarding in a few minutes here. We gotta go.
Have a safe travel.
Yeah, I gotta run. Yeah. All right. So if you want to follow my weekend excursion, folks, give me a follow on Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. You can email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. Let's go with caller 21 and 22 right now. You'll have a pair of tickets to Party on the Plaza at the Mahaffey Theater. And that's caller 21 and 22, 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. Folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. And let's be careful out there.
Download the app now.